Hello, everyone, and welcome to Broadcast Avalanche, very much the Rishi Sunak of live streams, as we too will cease to be relevant by the 4th of July. Welcome, I am your host, Jonny Collins. I have brown hair that's a close enough approximation to a mullet for me to bother learning any new hair terminology, which incidentally is also how I feel about my gender. And I'm wearing a t-shirt that says strongly written queer character on it, which is ironic, as anyone who actually knows me will know I am incredibly two-dimensional. I like cum and I hate the Tories, that's all you need to know. So, good evening. Well, what is there to tell you about the news of May 2024, eh? Well, we started the month with the Tories losing so many seats in local and mayoral elections that, oh boy, are their ankles sore now. Yeah, that's the best lack of seat stroke I could come up with. Start as you mean to go on. King Charles is celebrating.
Because he can't sit down. I just got it. Sorry. Wow, sorry.
Yep.
I wasn't sure.
King Charles has celebrated his first and probably last anniversary of his coronation, but he's still here for now, so Prince William does still have a little while to come out as non-binary in order to fuck up the HMRC acronym in the future. Come on, mate, do it for us. In other news, Heineken have announced plans to reopen UK pubs that were previously closed and to invest £39 million in refurbishments and £0 in drinkable beer. I don't even dislike Heineken beers. That just felt like an easy one. I'm sorry. I'd used you as a punchline, Heineken. Now I feel really bad about that. I hope you see it in you to forgive me. Do you own Copperberg? I don't know. If you do, that's a good one. I don't know. You own a lot of them. Most people wait for like a laugh to take a drink, but no, fuck it, I'm going to wait for the silence. In other news, China is suspected of hacking the UK Armed Forces payroll. They actually discovered the hack as suddenly the army were being paid reasonably. Natalie Elphake, MP for Dover, has defected from the Conservatives to Labour as Prime Minister's questions began in the Commons, saying in a statement, under Rishi Sunak, the Conservatives have become a byword for incompetence and division, which is a bold statement for someone who only has a seat in the House of Commons because her husband was arrested for being a sex offender. But you go off, Natalie, girl boss, am I right? The UK economy is reported to have moved out of recession with 0.6% growth between January and March, the fastest rate for 2 years, also same. I don't know what that means, but I wanted to say it. Foreign Secretary David Cameron has told the BBC that a ban on the sale of UK weapons to Israel would only strengthen Hamas. I don't know why that's such a bad thing, to be honest. I love chickpeas. Hummus. The UK Health... It's very hard writing good Hamas jokes. I could have just not mentioned it, but fuck it, we have to do something. The UK Health Security Agency advised residents of South Devon to... The UK Health Security Agency has advised residents of South Devon to boil their tap water following 22 cases of infection caused by a parasite known as, and I think I'm pronouncing this correctly, for-profit private water companies. At a campaign event in Essex, Labour leader Keir Starmer has outlined the first steps his party will take if they were to win the next general election, and they were remarkably similar to the bridge of the Cha-Cha slide. Sir Paul McCartney has become the first billionaire. Yep, I don't know if these are slow burners or just bad, but I mean, ultimately, is there a difference? Sir Paul McCartney has become the first billionaire British musician, according to the 2024 Sunday Times Rich List, leading many to believe that John Lennon's Imagine was actually an incredibly preemptive subtweet. Technical problems have resulted in customers being unable to use the M&S website and app for several hours. Thankfully, it was the M&S website and app, so no traffic was actually lost. Near the end now, the results of a public inquiry into the contaminated blood scandal of the 70s and 80s have been published, which have accused the government of trying to cover up mistakes which led to over 3,000 deaths and 30,000 life-altering infections. Thankfully, future governments have learned from this mistake, and this has not happened again since. And finally, Rishi Sunak has announced that the next general election will take place in early July, ending an era of quite possibly the worst governance of modern British history, and making way for what is likely to be the most mediocre governance of modern British history under Keir Starmer's Labour. Please prove me wrong. I would be delighted if this ages badly. But in the meantime, July the 4th be with you and all that. Let's have our penultimate broadcast avalanche of the current Tory government and meet our team captains. I can't do OBS and read at the same time. Joined by team captains. One is a professional comedian, DJ, and speedrunner, and also, I don't think I told him he was acting captain, but Ian, you're captain apparently. And the other is actually really fun at parties. It's Ian Lane and Katie Mitchell. I don't know why I said that. I would much rather.
Well, listen, which one of us do you think's most likely to get invited to a party? I mean, that's the starting point.
I feel bad now because it was my birthday party last Sunday and
happy
Bobby
birthday.
was invited, who's not here, and I feel really
Yeah.
bad I didn't invite you, Ian. I'm sorry.
Wait, where do you live again?
Nottingham.
Oh,
Yeah, I
borderline.
know.
Yeah, you know, it's. I'll see if they're ready for train tickets on Groupon next time.
Wait for next year. On Ian's team, we are joined by the most Craig Wilson of all comedians, Craig Wilson, and he recently moved to the UK, yet still joining us remotely. Might as well have just stayed there, to be honest. Sam C.
Oh, the warmth of English panel shows. Go fuck yourself.
And listen, I can't afford radiators here, so and this is the only reason I come to shows.
Thank you so much for being here. I know this is technically a panel show, but it's still nice to have it validated and not just a collection of increasingly mentally ill and gay comedians crying about stuff. And on Katie's team, we are joined by Nottingham queer icons in the most typecast team on this show, Cameron Sinclair Harris and Dan Webber.
Good evening.
I don't know why whenever there's more than one person from Nottingham on, I just always put them on Katie's team. I feel like this is potentially approaching xenophobia at this point. So hello.
This is
everyone.
why
Cameron,
I
we can't
always
hear
win.
I've not been
We've
in
all
track
got
of
a
my
hive
followers.
mind from the water. It's all the line scale.
Fab, thanks you all for coming on the show. Ian, thanks so much for agreeing to do this last minute. And yeah, you're acting team captain, which functionally means your role is no different, but you get to veto the rest of your team's decisions. So lucky you. How are you doing this
No,
fine,
I'm
evening?
not going to do that. I'm going to be. Do you remember when Jeremy Corbyn used to read out letters from his constituents in PMQs? Like, this is what this is going to be. I'm going to be like, yeah, Doris from Ongar says, can we reverse the result of this round? Like,
Yeah.
and you'll do it because you love
and I
Jeremy
will,
Corbyn.
yeah,
So.
Absolutely, you got me. Please, do you want to describe your appearance for the sake of anyone who might need that here tonight?
Mark Ruffalo has had a bit of a blowout in his bedroom. There's no bulb, just this kind of blue haze sitting there. Yeah, I don't know. Also, I've got the world's worst curtain to my other side as well.
I quite like it.
What's the design?
It just feels like my nan's old tablecloth.
Many Death Stars.
It doesn't fit with any of the other decor around me. But my chat have been lobbying me for 2 years on Twitch to change it, and that involves actually learning how to buy curtains. So it's not happening.
No, you're right. That is a lot. I quite like it, but you're also like only a few pixels in my screen, and I'm not wearing my glasses. So take that for whatever you want.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Now you have recently started a new YouTube channel, and by recently, I don't know. It may have been like a year ago at this point. I don't know. You've got a new
couple of
YouTube
months
channel you're
ago.
pushing. Okay, cool. Okay, it's not been that long since we last had you on. Would you like to tell us about that?
Yeah, it's called the RB Sides. I decided that the only future-proof career now, given that live comedy is dead, is to be a music critic. Because music, as we all know, is in rude health. But I'm running a music criticism channel with a twist in that we look exclusively at remix content. So it's remix albums, remix EPs, and I've also started doing tier lists of remixers like Burial and Daft Punk. And I know that makes it sound like it's kind of very easy waffly content. I put a hell of a lot of effort into these. I have,
Yes.
like they're effectively mini documentaries, but I completely undersell them by giving them the most non-clickbait titles possible. So for the love of God, please go and watch them, like to validate my existence.
Yep. You absolutely should. I started watching them I've been meaning to watch them for ages, but I only started like last week when you reminded me of it, and I've been enjoying them a lot. So definitely recommend go checking them out. The link is in the chat if you want to go subscribe. Don't watch them now. We are still going to be
Jonny
live.
watched my April Fool edition in the middle of May,
yeah.
and then got salty with me because they got
'cause you April
fooled.
fooled
So.
Outside of April, it's just lying. That's the way about that.
Yeah, well.
You should retroactively change it. No, don't. But also, yeah, it was genuinely a lot of fun, and the other ones are good too. So do check them out. But I gravitated to that one. It's like, oh, this is a song an artist I've actually heard of, and then it was the April Fool's one. So I don't know what it says about my music taste.
It's my second most popular video as well, so I don't know why the hell. I don't get audiences genuinely in comedy or music criticism.
Wonderful. Yep, we'll go give that a subscribe. And yeah, thanks very much for coming on the show. Also joined once again by Katie Mitchell. Katie, how are you doing?
I'm all right. I have recently got a back injury. I recently found out I've had one for 2 years, which is a relief and alarming. I've been instructed to not bend or move, but I've got to take my back out for a walk every 3 times a day for 20 minutes, like it's a dog. And I'm spending an alarming amount on small pastries because I'm like, oh, that was very scary. Very scary. I think I'm going to have a surgery. I'm going to have a MRI. Oh, I deserve a little treat, but it's 3 times a day, and I'm spending upwards of £9 a day on small pastries.
Wow.
It needs to stop. But other than that, I'm fine.
If you would like to support Katie's small pastry habit, there are a number of ways you can do that. You can subscribe to us on Twitch.
Pastry Mitchell, is that anything?
Yeah. I'm just gonna subtly put all the donation links in the chat if you want to help feed Katie's habit, because Katie does deserve 3 little treats a day. That I hated that sentence. That sounded gross. I'm so sorry.
No, but the thing is, you're right, and you should say it.
I just hated the phrasing. Did I ask you to describe your appearance yet? I don't think I did.
Oh no. She's naked. She's got
being yanked off Twitch as we speak.
Yanked off is a horror. Okay.
Just have all the phrases yanked off, really.
My hands are visible, all right?
My appearance has recently been described by the UK Passport Office as difficult to tell apart from a white background. To the point that my passport, which I urgently need for a holiday next week, was initially rejected because I'm too white. And I don't know if anyone has ever been discriminated against because of their skin colour before, but let me tell you.
Go on. Please, go on.
It's really annoying, and when people find out about this, they are going to be livid. Like, I'm the only person this has happened to. Other than that, I am just a very white little circle with long black hair and apparently on the stream, just eyebrows. Just eyebrows. I posted a picture of my of the passport thing saying, "Sorry, you're too pale to leave the country," and then I posted a picture of my actual passport thing, which I'd submitted, and a load of people, including personal friends, replied to it going what is that? Because it's me without my big hair and makeup. And I'm like, what's that? I get that I'm I normally have big Susie Sue hair and cool makeup. And I get that, I'm a funny cartoon character, it's Katie the Goth, but also this is my face. I just have to live with.
Just white with eyes. You're basically Cassandra from Doctor Who.
Transgender icon Cassandra from Doctor Who.
Look, when I'm the only one here without wrinkles when we hit 60, you're all going to be sorry.
Fab. Okay, well, I'm glad we got to the bottom of your appearance. I would love if someone who is just listening to this stream, if you could just draw an interpretation of what that description looked like. I would love to see that.
I've got big cheeks, and my jawline seems to be doing something which won't be for much longer if I keep having 9 little pastries a day. But until then, That's the only bit of definition my face has got. I'm sticking to it.
Sticking to it. Kirsty's in the chat and just says, "Don't listen to him, Katie. You've got a great face." And like to echo that sentiment. Brilliant.
you.
So apart from your back pains and all of that fun stuff going on, have you got any cool gigs or stuff coming up you want to share with the lovely people here?
Ooh, yes. I have a. I'll put it in my link tree. Later, so just like keep it open on your phone. I have
we've got your link tree in the chat.
previews for my show coming up in July. I've got Chippenham Comedy Festival, Nottingham, and Manchester with Blizzard. You guys can promo that one.
Thank you for reminding me.
It's going to be really interesting because for my annular tear with bulge that I currently have, I am banned from bending down, picking things up, or doing things. So my incredibly physical show with lots of props, Wretched, including body horror segment where I werewolf transformation into a rat. Don't know how I'm going to do that anymore because I'm medically banned. I'm considering like hiring a comedian from wherever I go to just stunt double that in for me.
Oh, that would be amazing.
The more physically different from me, the better. And I'm just gonna go behind a screen.
Taking applications now. If you do that in London, I want to be the.
No, that would be great.
Absolutely. Don't hurt your back doing it like I did. I don't want to. Like, it's awful. I'm on quite a lot of pain medication. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm just eating bread. Yeah, those are coming up. I've not done my website from last month where I was like, I'm doing a website. I've not finished it yet. I've been too on drugs.
Oh, okay. So do not click on either of the website links, but you can click on the link tree.
Well, if you click on my website, it's just a picture of my face because the things don't work. So if you want to see a picture of my face, katiezoemitchell.co.uk.
It's just a blank website of just eyes, nose, and a mouth, and that's it.
It's just a picture of me, and I think honestly that will be enough to get me booked at most gigs.
Incredible. Well, your link tree is in the chat. So yeah, Linktree is in the chat. Yeah, you are doing your show with us. Tickets for that aren't live yet, but tickets for our upcoming previews with Josh Jones and Hannah Platt, which is next week and did sell out. We've added a few more tickets, so if you've not booked, do go and do that. Josh Jones is a pretty big deal now, so the fact that we're offering free tickets, they are going quickly, so please do book to avoid not being able to get in. And also,
Josh Jones is fucking great.
Josh Jones is amazing. He was amazing when we first booked him in 2019.
Hannah Platt, though.
Hannah Platt's also fucking sick.
Hannah Platt is also very good. Yeah, so tickets are available for our other upcoming shows as well. So thank you for reminding me to actually plug my own stuff as well, Katie. Bill, thanks so much for coming on the show. And we're also joined.
I'm a businesswoman.
It is a lovely picture, says Mark Salmons. And yeah, Kirsty says there's
Thanks, Dylan.
there's like 4 tickets left, and we've already extended capacity once. So yeah, these are the last 4. So do please get them if you want to come. If you don't want to come, don't get them, because then you're just. I mean, they are free tickets. You're not really gaining anything by scalping them. So thanks very much,
Jonny. I think you should stop talking people out of going to your shows.
I don't think people are out of going to them. I just don't want people to book tickets if they're not planning on going. Because then no one can go. That would be awful. Right. What the fuck was I talking about? Craig, hi. How are you doing?
So, I'm fine.
Good. Right, moving on.
Yeah, let's move on.
Yeah, lovely to see you guys. It's the first time I've had you on any Blizzard since like 2022, so it's lovely to catch up with you again. How have you been doing?
Good to be back.
Yeah, good
Yeah,
stuff.
okay. I'm moving house in like 3 days, so my entire room is quite bare apart from a signed poster of Joe Pera up there. And if I panned the camera down, you would just see boxes filled with Digimon figurines. So I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to subject you to that.
I feel that's got to be a Patreon reward. Just have a nosy at all the Digimon figurines.
I'll take you through them, but you will have to pay me.
You've already described the room, but do you want to describe your face as well, just to complete the image for anyone who might need that?
Yeah, just imagine a white guy. Imagine that. That's me.
One of them.
I got brown hair. I got a mustache, so I'm annoying. And I got a beard. I'm wearing a purple shirt. It's the Chaotix from the game Knuckles Chaotix that nobody played.
Ooh.
Oh, okay, nice. So like the full crew, not just the ones that made it to Sonic Heroes. Brilliant.
Oh no, it doesn't have Mighty on it, unfortunately.
Have you got Charmy B though?
Charmy B is on there. I think he's here.
Yeah,
Maybe on there.
There you go.
There we go. One of the few fucking of that era of Sonic games that hasn't made it on any collections or anything, which is very annoying.
I know, man. It's probably because it was bad.
If you want to get a 32X to play it, they go for like $1,000 at this point.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
and then half the cartridges don't work as well.
Yeah, and honestly, the game's not good enough to be worth that much money.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's fine. It's a good piece of history, but definitely not worth forking out $1,000 for the actual hardware and then also finding a copy of the game that works. Just do some piracy.
No, but it's like those collector's items though. You know how like Summer in Paradise by the Beach Boys costs like £100 if you want that on record.
Oh, okay.
Even though it's not just the worst Beach Boys album, but the worst album of all time.
Have there been any remix albums of it?
No, and I'm very disappointed.
Right, someone make a remix album
my remit.
of that so Ian can review it. Cool. So have you got anything coming up that you'd like to share with lovely people here?
Well, I don't think the audience for this is going to come to my gig that's in a games arcade next week that I've sold 0 tickets for, so we won't plug that. So I'm going to be at the Fringe. So please come to my Fringe show. It's called Craig Wilson. Who? And it's about being the most forgettable man in the world.
The sequel to Doctor Who, just Craig Wilson Who. Incredible. Did you send me a link for that? I can't remember.
I think I just sent you to my link tree.
Oh yeah, you put the link tree. Yes, link
I have all my tickets in there. There's 2 or 3 gigs that I have tickets for in
Sweet.
there.
Okay, so if you follow the link tree, you can see if Craig's performing anywhere near you, or if you fancy a holiday to wherever Craig is performing, you can go do that. Really, thanks.
Come to the arcade show, man.
Do it. Where is the arcade? Like what part?
It's in Glasgow,
Cool.
and it's like a Fringe preview. So I'm doing my show.
Oh, nice.
Amelia Baylor, who's an amazing comedian, she is doing her preview there. And as long as we get 2 people to come to the show, we can rotate out and play King of Fighters 98. And that's all I really care about.
Perfect, sorted. That sounds like if I was near Glasgow, I'd absolutely be down for that. Cool. Well, thanks very much for coming on the show. Also joined once again by Cameron Sinclair Harris. I don't remember when I last saw you as well. Might have been in Nottingham, but I hope you're doing well. How are you?
Hello, I'm okay. Yes, it was. That was the last time you saw me.
Yeah. Which will be a nice segue into your plug in a moment, because the preview I saw of that was very good. But before that, do you want to describe your appearance for anyone who might need that?
Yeah, I can do. So hello. I'm lying down because I'm on my bed. I have brown hair. It used to be red, just like the Labour Party. What? Topical.
We've started.
We're cooking the gas.
We can just end the stream there. Right, we're done.
And bye, guys.
It's already done.
Cameron, we have a bonus point for satire, Jonny.
I don't remember what satire on this show.
This is the Nottingham magic. I'm wearing dungarees. I've got a stripy top on. It's very children's TV presenter. I've got an earring. I've got another earring because I've got 2 ears, so they've one for each. Makes sense. And yeah, my pillow's a bit white. It's a bit unfiltered.
Just like that sentence hang in the air. Just really paint the tapestry of the. Oh, brilliant! Cool, thanks very much. So yeah, you last time I saw you in Nottingham was when you was it the first time you did the Planet? So it was a shortened version. Second time, yeah, absolutely incredible. I'll put the link in the chat now. But you're taking that to somewhere, Brighton.
Yes, yes. I am. I'm doing the full show where I play all the planets in the solar system at Brighton Fringe tomorrow, Wednesday, and Thursday. So if you do live in Brighton, if you know anyone in Brighton, then please come along. I've sold 2 tickets for tomorrow, 2 for Wednesday, and none for Thursday. So I can do with all the help in the world.
So yeah, I'm not sure if there are already gay people in Brighton, but if there are, this would be a great show for you to go to.
It's a mystery.
Yep.
It's a mystery. Also, I might be. Well, in fact, no, it's not on sale yet. But I'm doing Camden Fringe, 18th of August, Museum of Comedy,
nice.
Doing Planets.
Annoyingly, I don't think I'll be there then. That's going.
Oh damn! Oh well.
Yeah, I'm there for like the first week or two, which I haven't put an event for yet. So yes, you're doing Blizzard.
June 10th.
Yeah.
June 10th. So if you want to see me in real life, then.
Yeah, you should absolutely do that. And also, tickets for that one are live, so you can go reserve tickets to that. So even if you don't manage to get one of the Josh Jones Hannah Platt ones, you can have the next show where we've got a headliner who I've forgotten because I'm so good at my job. But also Cameron's there, so fuck the headliner. It's David Stania. David's fucking amazing.
Oh, I love David.
Yeah, David's great. Been on the stream a few times and been absolutely brilliant. We've also got Gareth Williams, Jane Postlethwaite, Mia Lewis, and our Cameron Sinclair Harris. So there are tickets available for that now. That's on the 10th of June. I've just taken over your plug there, but thanks for reminding me. Again, I appreciate you reminding me who I've got on because I apparently just do not remember. Real cool.
I stayed at David Stanier's house once, and I fixed his sofa for him.
Can you come to my house, Ian? I've got odd jobs to be done.
Well, he would have done, but you didn't invite him to your birthday.
Sofas, I'm afraid.
Amazing, right. I think we went on a tangent there. We were meant to start like 2 minutes ago, so I'm going to quickly introduce everyone else, but thanks very much for coming on the show. The first time to the stream, but someone who's done our live shows a couple of times, Sam C. Sam, how are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. It is a lovely day here, and it's the first day in a while I'm actually in London for more than 24 hours. It's fucking rare.
Incredible. How long have you been actually living here now? Is it a month or so, you say?
I'm on day 38 at the moment. It's going good. It's going good so far. I'm starting to realize how expensive this country is. So it's hey, moving countries is fun until you realize your currency is somehow worse than the pound. So that's not fun. Not fun.
Incredible. Well, lovely. Well, welcome to the country, I guess. Would you describe your appearance for anyone who might need that?
I'm basically if you drew like a racist propaganda cartoon, but nicely, I guess that's the best way to describe me. I'm Asian. Do you pick the race? It's fine. Good. I wear glasses. I wear a bow tie. I have a white shirt in a white room. I'm basically like some sort of weird spin-off Matrix character.
Oh, I'd love to watch that. It'd be great. Cool. So you're in the country now. What have you got coming up that you'd like to share with the lovely people here?
I've got some previews coming up all over. I've got them in London, in Norwich, in some other places I need to check. It's quite weird for me to have previews because I used to be like, hey, I would do 2 shows in Singapore and then just start the Fringe run and that's the show. And now I'm like, oh, I get to do it 12 times before. What the fuck? This is casual. Now I don't have to worry about the reviewer coming on day 2. Okay, this is weird. I've got those stuff. Most of that I'm at the Fringe with just 3 shows 4 shows this year for now. There'll be more. I'll have 7 by the end. Yeah, and you can go to Linktree to find all my stuff.
Yep. Cool, we've got your Linktree in the chat.
Please come to my Instagram and comment on my reels because I think Instagram is still shadow banning me because they still think I am a sex bot.
Why wouldn't they? Look at that little thing.
Beep boop in the butt. Because of last year's fucking shows as government approved sex or not, I think, this is some sort of weird OnlyFans where he keeps his clothes on like a pervert.
You're going to have a really rough show.
What if your top thing says why I can't do OnlyFans? And I'm sure the algorithm only looked at one of those words.
No, that was fun. That was after the ban. At that point, I was like, screw it.
Might as well. I'm already banned.
Watching this nonsense.
Yeah, your next show, Pussy and Bio, is going to be really hard to shift tickets for.
Hey, I ran a cat cafe. What do you want me to do?
Brill, thank you very much. And last but not least, we're joined by another first time to the stream, Dan Webber. Dan, how are you doing?
Good evening. I'm good, thank you.
Good.
Just for anybody wondering, I am speaking from the only flat I can afford, which has got a single light and no windows.
Incredible. Wonderful. You like to describe the rest of your appearance, actually? Yeah, on that
Yes,
topic?
I am a sex bot. I'm not really a sex bot. Oh goodness, beard, scruffy, bald, glasses. Very much generic bear.
Generic Bear is a great title. Enjoyed that a lot. Fable, thanks so much for coming on the show. You've given me a thing to link to that I remember the command to. But do you want to tell us a bit about that? Your Dracula project?
Yeah, I'm going to plug two. So I am based in Derby. Everyone, come and see us in Derby. It's amazing. We are currently marking 100 years since Dracula was first performed on stage. A very little known fact: the first time Dracula was ever performed on stage was at the Grand Theatre in Derby on the 15th of May 1924. We have a whole year-long project called Dracula Returns to Derby. Lots of cool things planned. Do come and see us. And very, very quickly, for anyone up at the Fringe, I'm going to be there with the Parky Players, who are a great group from Nottingham, a group of actors living with Parkinson's. They're going to be asking the question, what happens or what would happen if James Bond had Parkinson's in a new show called Shaken Not Stirred? It gets better because I am playing Dame Judi Dench. So what more can you ask for?
That sounds fucking amazing. Definitely send us the links to that. That sounds incredible. Once they're available. Brilliant. Well, thanks very much for coming on the show. We are 6 minutes behind the starting schedule, and most of that's my fault. So let's go on with the actual show. So our first round is called Fake News, or Swen Ecaf if you're catching up on the manga version of the show. That's not how manga works. I ran out of intro transitions for this round about 2 years ago. This is the best I could come up with. This round, each of our teams will be given 3 headlines, 2 of them completely factual, or at least as factual as tabloid reporting can get. One of them entirely made up in my own brain, which now that I say it out loud might actually not be any less true than the tabloid headlines, but whatever. Joe Rogan has never fact-checked himself. Why should we? So we're going to... the teams will be trying to guess which of the headlines is the entirely fictional one. I just broke Zoom. Hang on. Let's get that back up. There we are. Just because we always forget, there is 1 fictional headline, 2 correct ones. You're trying to guess the fake one. We'll start with Ian's team. Your 3 headlines are: Google's AI search tool tells user to eat rocks for your health. Texas man reclaims world's oldest skydiver record at 106 years old. And wild orangutan steals medical marijuana following altercation to treat wounds.
Jonny, given that we're running 6 minutes behind, you want us to just give you the answer and not do any jokes?
Yeah, I mean, if you could, that'd be great. If everyone could just be really efficient, just get straight in there with the facts.
You've made it more difficult. You've made it more difficult this week because usually I look at your inconsistent formatting of the headlines to figure out which ones you've come up with. And here, they're all flawless. They all look the same. There's no capital letters appearing where they shouldn't. Well, orangutan's a bit of a wild card, but rest of it, I don't know.
Suspicious orangutan.
Yeah, also the fact that you've capitalized orangutan, does it mean it's like you just really respect orangutans, or the guy's name is Wild Orangutan? It's
a wrestler
somewhere. Wild Orangutan making his way from the jungles.
Also, I mean,
Definitely
why does it
EW.
need to steal the medicinal marijuana? Can they not like just use universal credit and get their prescriptions for free like I do?
Didn't register
Also-
the NHS, the spawn of this orangutan.
Also,
Yeah.
every stoner I've ever met, there's been a conversation of, if I saw an orangutan right now, I'd give him a big joint. So, I don't think they're gonna have to steal it. I think
Someone just give
all he needs to do is ask.
Do you know, I learned very recently that palm oil doesn't actually come from orangutan's palms. I was convinced that was the reason why palm oil was like vegan for ages, like why that was an ethical problem, and no one corrected me.
I'm sorry.
I don't know what it is either.
Ask for everyone else's
about the-
apologies when you get them as well.
The thing about the trees in the Amazon, they're all really smooth because of all the palm oil that's being rubbed on them. They're slippery and beautifully shiny.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of orangutans on the ground going like, I can't climb the tree anymore. It's too smooth. Banana. Oh, can't peel the banana. It's too slippery as well. Oh, my life is in ruins. Damn you, God. What have you made?
That's what I say when I'm high too.
Well, I think that the skydiver one sounds plausible because, I mean, you're never too old for gravity. So
That's what they say.
You know.
Yeah. Like in the UK, when you reach 100, you get a letter from the king, and gravity no longer works. It's like, no,
Start floating.
yeah,
that's Grandpa's going to heaven.
you get a telegram from the Queen that just floats through the window.
I like the idea that the Queen wrote a bunch of them in advance, so people were still getting them from the Queen and not the King. And
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, no one. I refuse to believe that anyone gets a telegram from the King.
No, it's all
It just doesn't seem like the sort who would bother.
No,
you know?
no. I feel like what happened is just it was written on everyone's birth, and then they just shred the ones who died before 100. So they just got them ready to go out. So it's going to be several generations before the next ones come.
I think it's just that he can't hold a pen, so he can't write them anymore. It's fucking giant fingers, man.
Right.
Google's AI search tool tells users to eat rocks for your health. What do you all think about that one?
I tell Billy to eat rocks all the time.
Yeah.
So Google AI's probably just copying my tweets.
There was a genuine Google AI where it went, where can cockroaches grow? And I think it says something like, yes, cockroaches can grow in your cock. That's... So the rocks thing sounds very plausible.
Yeah, they're fine. You just put the right condiment on them, they're fine generally, aren't they?
What would be your condiment of choice for rocks?
Oh, chipotle mayo, I think. Thing is,
rock
I used
salt,
to eat.
surely.
Yeah, I
Rock
was going to say
salt?
just
No?
Hey.
Yeah, come on, thank you.
just put smaller
I'll
rocks
take
on
the
your
easy
rocks.
ones, believe me, I'll take the
Johnny.
easy ones.
But the thing is, I generally tend to favour taste over puns. Like, call me old-fashioned, but like.
We eat puns in this house.
Screw it, I'm getting a takeaway.
you
Yeah,
thinking?
I don't know. I think maybe the orangutan's the fake one. What do you?
I think that one too, because I know the Google one's definitely real because their AI keeps pulling from like surrealist Reddit pages because it doesn't choose like which website it chooses from. It's just everything. So
Everything,
it takes
yeah.
like surrealist things where people roleplay on Reddit as fact. So I know that one's true.
I think the last one's fake mainly because it's like how would that work? They were treating its wounds and they're like, oh no, the orangutan's injured. What shall we bring? Let's bring the medical marijuana just in case.
In case it's cool.
In case it's cool. And then orangutan saw it and was like, should I maul this person or should I steal their drugs? Not the grass of orangutan. Just fucking like that.
Yeah. No, Johnny, we are
Going
going
for
for
orangutan?
the orangutan. Yeah.
I've got to queue up the next bit. Bear with me. You are correct. That is the fake one.
Yay.
My formatting gave me away on that one. It was the one mistake. Although I do like the idea of just the name being wild orangutan. That's great. I should. If I could have changed the article, which I guess I could. I made it up. I would have done that. But yes, Google AI search tool has told users to eat rocks for their health. It's also told us that private dental care is good actually, and if you are one of the lucky few who's still with the NHS dentist, you should probably just bin that and get a mortgage out on your teeth. And yes, a 106-year-old man from Texas has reclaimed the title of world's oldest skydiver. He didn't actually need to skydive again. The previous one just died. That's probably not true. But I couldn't think of another segue. But no, wild orangutan has not, at least not been caught stealing medical marijuana after an altercation to treat wounds. It was seen using plants to treat its wounds. However, there is no reason to believe it was not the rightful owner of these plants. And I'll be real with you, if an orangutan did steal anything off me. That's fine. That's his now. Those guys are scary as fuck. So 3 points to Ian's team. We've got Katie's team next. Your 3 headlines are. So scroll down. 706 people named Kyle got together in Texas, but it wasn't enough for a world record. Boris Johnson turned away from polling station after forgetting to bring photo ID. And Guinness record hopeful loses world's smallest pea before adjudicator could verify.
I think
Boris Johnson one is real.
Yeah, I know that one.
I think the Kyle one is very believable because that sounds to me like something that would actually happen. Like when Facebook events, like loads of people just called Brian decide to meet up for whatever reason. We have like a Brian festival.
I love Brian Fest. Best gig of the year for me.
2024.
I bet Grinder at Brian Fest is really confusing.
Great. Very great.
Really easy to remember.
Are you Brian? Yes, are you Brian? No names.
Right, there's a distinction between like Brian with an I and Brian with a Y, like Brian Adams. They're like discount Brians, I think.
Two houses, both alike in dignity. Brian, Texas, where we make our scene.
Brian Fest.
Oh.
Where we make our glorious.
When I was 14, I had a boyfriend called Kyle, and he taught me how to torrent. And he cheated on me, but I'll be more grateful for that. Like that. I don't think I still do that to this day, but I would never.
Do you think he was there, or do you think he didn't go? What do you reckon? Would he be one of the Kyles that went to Kyle's, or Brian Fest, or Kyle Fest?
So he probably didn't go to Texas.
It could have been the 707th Kyle who got the record.
I shall unlock him after 10 years and tell him.
You let the side down.
Do it now. And he's here tonight.
The world's smallest pea is adorable. I can't tell whether the fact that the absence of the escapee pun. I don't know whether I feel like a newspaper would have put that in, but also Jonny's not particularly punny. They're very funny. But I don't particularly.
Johnny's not clever enough to report on that.
Pun artist. I think she was a trans filth monger, and that's why I love you.
I will happily occupy that genre. Yeah, I'll take that.
How small would the world's smallest pea have to be? Because every single
we'll never know because they lost it. That's it's there somewhere, just in the ether, you know.
It's like
every single
subatomic.
pea I've ever seen. I wouldn't call myself a pea connoisseur, but every
it's in the world's smallest frozen pea bag somewhere.
Yeah.
I bought some fancy peas because for some reason a few years ago, and it said the peas were individually frozen, which is mental. Like, do they have loads of little tiny freezers like individually frozen? It's adorable.
They taste of loneliness.
It's a fancy pea.
Yeah. They were petit pois. They weren't just like it's peas.
Oh, okay, all right, okay.
In fact, in what? In Hua?
Petit pois. It's like,
They're French. That's how you know they're French. Fancy.
The Petit Trois is a jazz trio. So.
And they play like a cornet and a piccolo. And what's the small version of a violin?
A viola.
No,
I thought the violin was the small one. I thought viola was the next one up.
I swear there's a small. But either way,
is it piccolo?
Like smaller
It might be.
versions of the
Yeah, it might be piccolo. Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Oh, now I'm trying to think of like fruits and veg instruments puns.
Right. Do you want to have a guess before we get to that?
I think the P one is for lie.
You think which one
Which
is the
one?
lie, sorry?
I think the P is the fake one.
Yeah, because that implies there's a P scale, and if you've got a smallest P, there must be a biggest P.
Yeah.
And that's got to be in Vegas somewhere, surely. Vegas is going to have on
I
display.
love that that's your problem
the
with the
world's
headline.
biggest pea.
Also, this is my pedantic reason. Guinness is spelt wrong.
Oh.
No, this
Maybe
is
they
just
got the
one-
world record for incorrect Guinness titles.
Just they get a guy with like a stout to come and like go. Yeah, that's a spot.
Yeah, no, it's
that's
actually a
a
different
tiny
one.
spot.
Yeah.
I think that's
So
I've
small.
come all this way and you've lost the damn thing.
didn't spill my pint the whole way.
Maybe the P
do
is in the
consider-
pint. Did they check the
Tick
bottle?
followed
Yeah.
top, followed tick, followed top, followed tick, followed. You've lost the P.
Right, so you think the Guinness one is a fake one?
It's a very fucking old reference. Oh my god.
There is no waiting.
I consider the misspelling to be an absolute smoking gun. Also, as we know from the H Bomber Guy video, a Guinness World Record adjudicator costs you $10,000. And I think paying for one to come to your house to adjudicate a pee is pathetic.
Imagine it's not as well.
So
I mean, this P person could have been very rich, you know.
yeah, even the
Rich
richest
pea man.
people have the smallest peas. It really makes you think.
Oh,
I
what
have
is
the
what is
biggest
this
collection of
conversation?
miniature vegetables.
Whereas I go get my peas out on minimum wage, and I've got so many large and beautiful peas in my freezer. It's one of the true qualities we have left.
Oh, I just checked. That's every member of our audience had to go to the toilet. Sorry.
They're all now measuring peas downstairs in the fridge freezers.
Just trying to see if they can find one. So you're going for the P as the fake one?
Yes,
Yeah.
fake Guinness pea.
You are correct.
Fake.
This is what I get for not proofreading. 706 people named Kyle did get together in Texas, so it wasn't quite enough for a world record. Obviously, bit of a weak showing, to be honest. I could get more Kyles around in my town simply by telling them all that I preferred 2016's version of Ghostbusters. But yeah, Boris Johnson was indeed turned away from the polling station. We didn't even discuss that. We knew that was true. After forgetting photo ID. Especially ironic because he was the Prime Minister that brought the requirement in. Way to block yourself there. That doesn't work. Boris. But I was trying to do cock block and democracy, but I fucked it up. It's fine. But no, the world's smallest P was not lost, or it might have been. Everything in the story is made up, so I actually haven't checked what the current status of the world's smallest P is, although it's probably the one I had the last time I got a UTI. Way, okay. At the end of the round, how's that for puns? Oh, that's barely a pun. Right. So at the end of the round, both teams have 3 points, so that was a waste of everyone's time. So our next round, I'm a little bit delirious. Right. Our next round is trending. This is an excuse for me to leave literally all the work to the panelists while I sit back and award points arbitrarily. Each guest will give a short set on a topical topic of the month, and points will go to the funniest. So we're going to start off with Sam C, who is going to be talking about representation. So when you're ready, Sam.
Yeah, can't wait. Place your bets, people in chat. Will it be about being Asian or gay? Which one will he pick? It's only one of them. There was a rule of representation in comedy. You only can represent one at a time. I can't be both. I am actually actively seeking, once I get started here, seeking diagnosis for autism, so I can get the trifecta of gay, Asian, autistic. Just you gotta book me now. I legally now get to run the BBC at that point with that many minority stats. Till the fabled and long-awaited Black disabled transgender. Once they come into play, then I'm out. Yeah. So representation is interesting. It's so curious how good it is here compared to back in Singapore. Singapore's not that great. Last year we had Pride Month and Amazon had the Pride flag on this tape. And it was really nice, but people online were like, this is what the gays want. They want to turn us gay with their gay tape. And I'm like, I didn't know we had that kind of power. Also, if we could do that, why the fuck would we? But we all gathered in a gay bar one night going ooh, lads, what do we want? Do we want the freedom to love who we want and be who we want to be? No, we want stationery. And what, gay tape can't turn you gay. I've used straight tape my entire life. Fucking nothing. If never tried to seal up a box and go Millwall. Never happened. There is no gay tape. There is no straight tape. There is bisexual tape though. Double-sided. That's a bit that gets the biggest laugh in the set every time, and I'm like, that's the worst joke in the set. Much more clever things about representation, like, oh, it's sticky on both ends. Yay, that's what the bisexuals are. I'm also toying with like omnisexuals who did Gorilla Glue, but I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. Like sticking everything. Yeah, but representation here is nice. I remember when I wrote like an LNER train with the pride flag, it was like really cool, but I was like, I wish it was gayer. I wish it'd be like, no, I'm not. I was like, I had a joke there. I was like, no, it's cheap hack. Nah, not even gonna bother. I'm not gonna do it at the queer show. Too cheap. It's only for breeders. No one here. I don't know if anyone here is a breeder. You must be this straight to hear this punchline.
I have a tomato plant, if that counts.
Is that tomato plant fucking a vagina? No.
It's the world's smallest tomato plant.
But she doesn't know where it is now. It's fun to see representation because it's like so good because back home we don't have it. Like back home in Asian TV, all the villains are normally gay. It's just a thing. The villains are gay, and they always either have HIV or are communists, which is a very which also is a very bad Venn diagram. There's one guy in the center going, "Comrade, it is not my sickness; it is our sickness." I'm waiting for the day someone tries to call me out for that joke, and I'm like, hey, I didn't tell you my status yet. Not the fuck. The last villain we had on Singapore TV, gay guy, villain, basketball coach for kids, pedophile with herpes. Which is overkill, but I didn't know what was the worst part. Like the pedophile, the herpes, or being a basketball coach in a country where the average height is 5'5". Like, who's the villain here?
Lazy Town's changed a lot, hasn't it? Good grief.
My favorite thing, that whole thing, that's not a bit. That's a real villain we had on TV. There was a pedophile with herpes, and people weren't sure what they were more upset. I think they were genuinely more upset that he was gay. Not the fact that he was touching kids. Like, the one touching on kids was a man? What? Like, I only can tolerate female pedophiles in this house. Truly the barrier of equality. We're homophobic feminists. Or as they're known, toughs. So I think that's it. I'm tired now. I'm gonna drink some gin.
Lovely, thanks very much. Incredible stuff. Right, next we've got Dan Webber, who's going to be talking to us about Doctor Who.
Yay! I wrote new stuff for this. I can only apologise in advance. Now, look, I talk about my tiny little flats. Yeah. Oh, that's a whole other conversation.
I've not seen it.
Oh, okay. I'll be, as River Song would say, I'll be spoiler free as much as so. Look, I am a big old nerd. You probably gathered by now, everybody. I have been a fan of Doctor Who for many, many years. My first Doctor was Sylvester McCoy, and I think my favourite Doctors of kind of New Who are kind of Matt Smith and Peter Capaldi, and I actually collect Doctor Who memorabilia. So in all seriousness, this is just because of crappy lighting and a curtain to hide all the crap behind me. But I have got things like, I've got Marvel collectibles, I've got Lego Mario stuff, and on the shelf right in front of me, I have got my big Dalek, I've got a Cyberman bust, and I've even got the 11th Doctor's sonic screwdriver. There we go. Much to my boyfriend's frustration, this is the only tool I own. So I cannot put shelves up. I cannot change the tire, but I can change the channel on the television with this. It's absolutely fine. So moving on. I promise, I've been trying to shoehorn this story into a set for about 5 or 6 years now. So do you remember in the good old days when we did, not that this isn't fun, of course, but when we did this sort of in person and went to different places and did the tour and stayed in crappy hotels? Just after kind of Jodie Whittaker started, I was very behind because I was doing bits and pieces. I think it was about Christmas or just before Christmas time. I was doing a show staying in the cheapest hotel I could find with lighting similar to this very room as it happens. And the place had no TV. So I thought, you know what? Okay, do the gig. I'll come back. I'll get my phone and I'll watch the first couple of episodes of Jodie Whittaker's season, season whatever it was, Jodie's first season. And, so I sat there after the gig in bed, phone in hand, and watched, I think, 2 episodes and went to bed, thought nothing of it. And then about, a few hours later, I woke up. I was in a cold sweat. I felt queasy. I had stomach cramps, and I thought I had food poisoning, but I didn't. It was just my body reacting to Chris Chibnall's writing. But Doctor Who is back, of course, with Shruti Gatwa and Millie Gibson. It is widely reported that when Shruti was cast, what's his name? Oh, I'll do that again. Live comedy. Doctor Who is back with Shruti Gatwa and Millie Gibson. It is widely reported when Shruti was cast, Ollie Alexander was a close second. Something you could only dream of at Eurovision. The most recent episode is called 73 Yards, for those who may have seen it, which is coincidentally the amount of distance I need to keep away from David Tennant as defined by law. And the distance John Barrowman's got to stay away from me. One more. Now, for those who are following the new season, as you may be aware, there is a big mystery, of course, as there always is. Who is Ruby Sunday? Who is Millie Gibson playing? There's all these rumours, there's all these things online, there's all these suggestions, there's all these daft Susan Twist and Mrs. Flood and all these peculiar things going on. But I can confirm, by the end of the season, Millie Gibson will be revealed to be unemployed. Thank you very much. That felt very mean.
And it's just the only thing that Johnny's going to put in the best of as well. So.
Just that sentence, nothing. Yeah. Oh, brilliant. Thanks very much. Brilliant stuff. Okay, next we've got Craig Wilson, who's going to be talking about the cost of living. Take it away.
Cost of living, baby. It's I love to not have money. I'm poor. I can only afford one picture. I'm so poor. The other day, my friend came up to me and he was like, "Oh, Craig, you're wearing a belt." I look like a guy who doesn't own a belt. also, going to be real with you guys, not wearing one. Don't have one. Knocked over my mic. Yeah, no, it's I not a lot of money. Can't get a good job. People are like, oh, why didn't you just do stand up? And it's like, well, if I could just do a job because I loved it, I would be playing Final Fantasy VII for my job. I would, so somebody the other day said to me, why have you not been on Taskmaster? Like it was like my artistic decision to work in an takeaway. I'm part of a group of people that wait outside the supermarket until 5 p.m. when they put the discount stickers on all the food. And we're all hanging about outside there. And I don't know why we all do it, but we pretend that that's not what we're there for. Like we're standing outside, there's a guy there and he's like, yeah, I'm just waiting for my drug dealer. And like... You're wearing a Tame Impala top, mate. I know that the second the little hand on your watch goes vertical, you're going in there for some gluten-free bagels to put in the freezer. And I've met drug dealers before. I know I don't look like it, but I've met drug dealers before, and none of them wake up before 7 p.m. And I'm always so bad at those conversations as well. Like I'm always just like, oh, it's lovely beef. Fuck shit. And then
lovely beef we're having today.
And then as soon as obviously like 5 p.m. hits, we all go inside, and they've all put them in the the wee bottom of the fridge, and you've got to like go through the whole shop to get there, and like rake through this like hole they've put all the food in just to find something like slightly resembles a meal, I've got onion rings and olives and a full pack of ham. it's kind of like tapas if you don't look at it or smell it or eat it. Yeah, like, and then I'm moving right now to a sort of nicer area of Glasgow, and so I'm gonna have to do this at Sainsbury's, and they don't even put all of the discounted sticker stuff in like the bottom of the fridge gulag. You know, they put it across the shop. So you just have, they're like, oh, you do it, you know? So I have to go work a puzzle to find my Taste of Difference pork pies. And we all have to run around and try and find it. We're all lifting up, you know, pasta bakes to see if they're discounted. It's kind of like an episode of like Physical 100. Everyone had a vitamin D deficiency. So, yeah, no, I've just try affect it. I got to work my crap job working a Mexican takeaway, so I'm cleaning the toilet a lot. And they did a thing where they were trying to be you know, cool by labeling the toilets, like the male and female toilets. They labeled them senoras and senoritas to mean men and women. And if you speak Spanish, you know that means women and girls. Do Wikipedia there, my friend. And so someone took a photo of it, you know, like some male rights activist, the most prosecuted people in the world. They posted it online, and they were like, what am I supposed to do now? Can't even pee in a restaurant. And then I saw the most Scottish response I've ever seen. Someone just tweeted back at them and said, you're in Glasgow, do it outside like everybody else. That's what I'm stuck with.
Incredible.
I'm done. That's me.
Incredible stuff. Thanks very much for that. Right, next we've got Cameron Sinclair Harris talking about the Northern Lights. Take it away.
Okay, I deeply apologise for what's about to happen. I've got props. Hey up. It's I, the Northern Lights. Takes drag of cigarette. Or as I'm known in Preston, Light. Takes drag of cigarette. I fancied a bit of a break. So I came down from my car in Antarctica to go down to everyone's house. And you know what? I've never been more vulnerable in my life. Normally I just hide out in the kitchens of elementary school principals. Takes drag of cigarette. Aurora Borealis? I hardly know her. Takes drag of cigarette. Okay, so when I was about 11 years old, I watched the Doctor Who episode Planet of Bude. And basically, at the end, Ood Sigma famously tells the Doctor, I think your song is ending soon. And basically, I was like, oh, how poetic, how glorious, how nice. And my grandma's birthday was coming up very, very shortly. And I needed something to write in her card.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
And so what I wrote was, happy birthday, Grandma. Happy 76. Your song is ending soon. And my family have not let that go. Like, they will hold that against me for the rest of my life, but you know what? I'm fine with that. And the Northern Lights.
To contextualise that joke, Cameron also wanted Doctor Who, but Dan got in there first, so that's where that came from. Brilliant.
That's the compromise we reached.
It's incredible stuff. Right, next we've got Ian, who's going to talk about rap. Take it away.
Yeah, so here's the thing, Kang. Do you know what I noticed about Jedward? Right. The name Jedward comprises 25% of John's name. and 100% of Edward's name. I just say, imagine how much better they would have been if John had pulled his finger out, you know? Like,
Wait, what?
don't even get me started on GlaxoSmithKline, you know. Like, but anyway, no, because here's the thing, right? Like, so my nan used to say, because I want, you know, I'm a DJ and that, and my nan said to me that she likes all music, and she said, if you want to be a DJ, you should like all music. And she never said why, because people from a certain generation don't have to back up their arguments. But that's what the war was about, wasn't it? But I said to her, what about rap? What about hip hop? You know, you don't like that. And she was like, oh, I don't call that music. So she basically found a loophole for taste, my nan did. Like, it's just, if you don't like part of a thing, just pretend it's not part of that thing. You know? Same with anything, you know, art, literature, gender, you know what people are like. But you know, it's interesting. My nan was like, because like you notice behind me, there's a Jimi Hendrix poster, right? And I went and I bought that from a poster shop in Portsmouth. And my nan was there at the time. We were flicking through the rack, and right opposite this Hendrix poster, there was a poster of 50 Cent shirtless. And my nan looks at the Hendrix poster and she goes, "Oh, I'd rather have him." So you know, she found her way into hip hop. Like there's a route in for everyone if you look hard enough, you know. I think my nan was right about the whole having to like all music thing though, because like every year I end up watching the South Bank fireworks on New Year's Eve, and every year the soundtrack always sounds like it was compiled by that person in the office who says, "Oh, I like a bit of everything, me," you know, like just. Lumps it in. It always bothers me when people say they like all music, because what they're effectively saying is, yeah, I like both Bon Jovi and Sean Paul. Like, that's all right. That's the entire breadth of music covered in one fell swoop, you know.
I think we've lost someone.
Yeah, that's what my comedy does normally. Yeah.
Their song has ended.
I'm currently getting rid of my record collection, right? And the first thing I'm trying to get rid of is every instrumental hip hop record that I own, just because I just want to make sure I never have the urge to start a travel blog, you know, like. Yeah. Anyway, I'll leave you on this. My favorite rapper, since you asked, Big Sean. I love Big Sean. Big Sean's the only guy who writes all his raps whilst driving over speed bumps. He goes, all I want's $100 million and a bad bitch. Like that. Gotta have a real talent to get away with that, you know. Anyway, that's me.
Vav, before we go on to the next one, I need to fix the misalignment of everyone in a minute until.
My chin is really enjoying the Craig Wilson experience, honestly. Like, I can't see it, but I can taste it, and it's.
Wait, did I do that entire stand-up set with my forehead on display, like at McPartlin? That's fun. Good. I was just going to say, I think that looks working for me.
That was a very smooth bit of tech, Jonny, and I'm proud of you for doing it. Mm. I would have cried at this point, so.
I already am. I'm just, you know.
Hello. So on Wednesday, I have my second smear test. I've had one before, so I've had one. Technically, it was an attempted smear test, which I'm aware does sound like a crime. Like attempted smear test, 1,000 years. No, it was an attempted smear test because they couldn't get a reading from me. So this is like my replacement one. It's taken me ages to get it. The reason why they told me they couldn't get a reading was something about my anatomy that I've never heard before from any of my lovers. Apparently my vagina, sorry everyone, my vagina was too long for the small apparatus, but it was too narrow for the large apparatus. And I've got to go back because, and I quote directly here from the nurse to you, the lady or the other nurse with the special equipment is in on Wednesday, which presumably she keeps in the boot of her car in some kind of like guitar case, like Prohibition Chicago. Like got a scope on it. It's so long. I never knew this. I never knew that I would need like an absolute heron's beak to get up there. You know what I mean? I just, they couldn't get a reading. It's impossible. It was like trying to give a COVID test to an anteater. You know, there's just no way. It's like my vagina is so long and thin that when I lie on my back and open my legs, a shaft of light comes in and illuminates a forgotten tomb. So long and thin that if you stick a pin up it, my SIM card pops outside. It's heavily workshop. It's so long and thin that come menopause, I shall be cooking spaghetti up there vertically. And I know what the chat is saying already. They're saying you've not thought about the vaginal dryness, Katie, have you? And they're right. It will be like some sort of baked ziti. So I'm going tomorrow, and that is the end of the material.
Sorry. No, Zoom crashed again. I don't know what's going on.
Well, I'll put Katie's screen on now just so we've got like an actual snapshot of that happening and not in the emergency screen, which I forgot to set up before the streams are hastily pulled together. Cool, right. Did I remember to score that while I was doing that? Yes, I did. Good. Okay, so I think... I mean, I'm torn between Ian and Craig, and they're both on the same team, so you get the points. But I am also going to give runner-up points to Cameron for honestly, mostly like the first half of the Northern Lights. That was enjoyed that a lot. So at the end of that round, Ian's team are on 8 points, and Katie's team are on 4. There's
we'll
no
get it back
consistency to the scoring.
Definitely.
Right, we're going to have a break now. Sorry, it's not that I don't love you anymore. I just need some space to think. But if you do want me back sooner, you can always give me a financial incentive by cheering, subscribing, joining our Patreon, or donating to our PayPal. And your money will be split between all the lovely acts we've got on tonight, and even the not very lovely acts we've got on tonight. Try and guess which is which. No, everyone's right. I don't have the heart to do mean comedy. I feel bad immediately. And though we are on a break, we won't actually go anywhere, but we just won't technically be dating. But I mean, like, if you're up for casual hand stuff in the chat, I'm probably game. Right. I meant to put the donation screen up and I forgot, so I'm going to do that in absolute silence now, just to get the awkwardness back. There we are.
Woo.
And also put the links in the chat, that will help. Cool. Okay, right, let's see what's been going on in the chat. For the acts, this is your time if you need to nip to the loo or do anything. I'm going to go get a bit more drink, but first I'm going to check up in the chat. Think wide thoughts, says Bobby Jones. Actually, before I forget, ages ago, it's a bit I don't do anymore, similar premise, but about just having a long and thin penis. So I'm going to dig out some of that if you want to repurpose some of that, because I'm not going to use it again. So if any, I don't know if it translates because it's like different context, but in case you wanted to make that bit even longer and thinner, maybe have some bits I could offer.
The best part about being a lesbian is removing all of the like peanut. To be fair, I used to pride myself on being like, I'm so I have no dick jokes in my sets just because I'm so unique and artistic and like, avant-garde. And I don't. And then when I realized I was a lesbian, I just put in like a ton of pussy jokes. Genuine lack of interest. Rather than any kind of standards.
Amazing.
I know that you're like supposed to have a dick joke in your set, but I just don't want to.
No, you don't have to. No,
I've got some strap-on jokes, and I feel like that's close
yeah,
enough.
yeah, exactly.
And better because they vibrate. But,
Exactly, yeah. Yeah, Bobby Jones really enjoyed that. Yes, I love it when Katie talks about her Mitchell.
I was going to say also, a real penis vibrates if you jump up and down hard enough.
It's like one of those door stops that like just Jonny has been silenced by the woke mob. I don't know what that was in reference to. Did I just not have my headset on at one point? Did you miss out a bunch of content? Because that's happened before in another round. Bobby, I'm feeling better, thank you. You're all hilarious and talented and attractive. Oh, I love that you waited for Craig to be out the stream before saying that. No, I'm sure it extends to you as well. Sylvester McCoy bumped me with his mobility scooter at Comic-Con once. What a lovely name drop. I assume it's meant to be his because you said this and that just like it wasn't even his. He just found a mobility scooter and just like whacked you with it. That would be interesting. Grindr doesn't work at Brian Fest, which is why they invented Brinder. Incredible. Was it a Kyle meetup where they crowned a young kid the Alpha Kyle? Yeah, I'll be honest, with these fake news headlines, I very rarely read past the headline, so I do not have any more context for you on that. I'm very do not use any of this as a source for actual information, please.
Yeah, use TikTok instead.
Yeah, TikTok's much better.
Much more reliable.
Yeah, go follow Joe Rogan or something. No, don't do that. Surrealist is such a generous way to describe shit posting, though. I mean, yeah, kind of. Surrealist or Dadaist? Who knows? Fuck, I can't. It's been. I've been out of my arts university course for far too long to remember the difference.
Surrealism is weird. Dadaism just doesn't actually make any sense.
Fair enough. Cool.
That's it.
You could have saved me a lot of fucking essay writing if I just you to reference.
Well, no, you still have to get to the full word count. So just saying that sentence I gave you wouldn't actually constitute an essay, unfortunately.
Just do it over and over again, like that film. I forgot what it's called. Shining. That's it.
The Shining. Yeah.
The film that's also a book, presumably a book first. I don't know. I don't read. Love it.
Pressing read.
Is it Stephen King that one? I don't know. I know like three authors.
Yeah. It is Stephen King, and he didn't like the Stanley Kubrick film.
No, I do remember knowing that. I couldn't.
There's a really good documentary called Room 237 about it. If anybody's interested.
Oh, okay. Let's just put that on in the break.
He remade it as a teleseries in the So he actually remade a television series, which is a more faithful adaptation. But weirdly, the film. So Doctor Sleep is the sequel, but the book is a sequel to the book, of course. But the film is a sequel to the Kubrick version of the film.
Oh, okay, interesting.
It's very confusing. Oh yeah, as well as Doctor Who stuff, I always collect Stephen King first editions.
Yeah.
Just another one of my weird. Who needs money and savings when I can have things, plastic all around me?
King Stephen. Right. Nice. Yeah. I said it when people were talking about Doctor Who and damn. Oh yeah. I got that. It was just that you wrote. It's just that you wrote this instead of his. So I wasn't sure if it was like his actual mobility scooter or he just like stolen someone else's to run you over with it. Screw Flanders. Right. I'm gonna go get a drink. Back in a sec.
Gonna drink gin out of the bottle because there's not much left.
Okay, so now that Johnny's out of the room, can we just change the remaining rounds?
Or should we all just leave?
Nah, too easy. I think it's better to give the illusion of commitment.
You sound like my ex.
Well, it turns out.
Yeah.
Your ex is behind his curtains over there.
Talk about football now, Bobby.
They
how
can't
is
leave
that
now, can they?
Talk about- I'm trying to go to like an actual football match at least once because I've like to be part of like I'm trying to do all of the things that lets me integrate into British culture. So a football match is one of them. Legoland is another, apparently.
Listen, I could tell you, as a native Brit, I have tried fitting in with British culture via football, and it did not work out. So, like,
No, I'm not trying to fit in. I'm just trying to observe, some sort of
observing is
researcher.
fine, yeah.
Just I just want to go once, just the once. Want to see that? I want to play the scratch cards. That's another one. I want to get stabbed at a Weatherspoons. I heard that's another one.
Yeah. With a knife or with like a one of their like coasters be fine.
With a long and thin penis.
A long and thin penis. You'll find many of them in my.
If you're a long and thin penis, I'm your guy.
Hey, collects items and long and thin penises is on another shelf. Just like books are just like stacked next to each other. Very easy, just one jar, just one long spaghetti jar. You're just putting along.
Like silly straws.
Yeah, save money on flashlights. Yeah.
Wait, what?
Listen, it doesn't matter, all right? The more you question it, the more I have to think about what I actually say. Also, Bobby, you did make us talk about football, but in a, I'd say, notably non-informative manner.
Just like Bobby said, they should make a Lego flashlight.
A Lego flashlight, yeah.
I swear I'm going to Google it now, and I'm very sure it already exists. Let me just check. Lego flashlight.
Yeah, so you can assemble it while you're on the train.
I can't see it on Reddit because they won't let... Can I see it on Reddit? Come on, let me have a look. They won't let me see it on Reddit because I do not have an account. Oh, there is. It's... Oh, wow. It's... Oh, wow.
What is that? r/architecture.
It's on our Lego, but if you just look for images, you can find one along with the skeleton with a giant penis, like the skeleton Lego with a giant penis. That's there.
Oh.
But the Lego flashlight looks like the Eye of Sauron, but like the female Eye of Sauron. That's the better description.
The spiritual Eye of Sauron.
Eye of Sauron, but in pastel.
At least it doesn't look like the Shard. You know, that's an upgrade.
There's also like a Lego glory hole, Lego dick and balls. Let's see what.
Yeah, but you'd think with Lego they'd be able to actually come up with some new genitals. You know, like we're so reliant on the two existing formations. Like, why haven't we found more genitals already?
Yeah. If any of you have found more than the normal two genitals, please let us know on the stream.
Yeah,
I'd love to see the.
I just put my headphones back on to hear genitals. Please let us know on stream. I don't know what
yeah, Jonny, I was just discussing the fact that I think there should be more than two different kinds of genitals.
I'm in agreement with this. Also, I've just realised I'm still mirrored on Twitch, so my on-air sign is backwards.
Oh no, it makes it look like you're actually looking at chat.
Yeah. Let me fix that. I made it that way so I could do my makeup in the camera. There we are.
Oh, Bobby wants Duplo genitals.
Duplo genitals.
She's a size queen. What can we say?
See, there's giant eyes on it stuck onto it.
Large and easy to handle.
I'm into some crazy shit. I'm on that Meccano genitals.
Connects all the way. That's. Or if you're doing the Lego ones, you get like the proper Bionicle branded ones. So they got.
What was the one that girls had, which was like the sheets of plastic, and then it had like either cubes or spheres with the lines
what were they
in
called?
it?
I know the ones you mean.
What were those called? Chat, let us know. I'm sure they were for boys as well.
If you know what the fuck we're talking about, let us know.
And by chat we mean Bobby.
Bobby, Bobby or
That's what I
possibly
like.
Grey the Earthling, yeah. That's...
I know you're off sick, but do the research for us.
Women can't handle blocks.
Lego was like, we need to make this for women because women don't want Lego.
Right, we're still waiting for Cameron, so we can't start yet. Might as well continue this train of thought then. We're not doing too bad. We're already running 10 minutes behind currently, which, again, as someone pointed out earlier, is actually fairly good for us.
So is the show that's going to be on this stream afterwards going to complain about that then?
Yeah. I mean, like, I did
organizer.
say if, because it's Laura's birthday today, Laura Monmouth.
Oh yeah.
And she's doing a full day of streaming. So I said if she's still streaming, we'll probably raid her. So if she stops streaming 10 minutes before we finish, then she might complain. I don't know. She probably won't. I did say maybe raid her, but. Depends how many people are still left at that point. It'll feel like a bit of a kick in the teeth to be like to raid with like 2 people. So we'll see how that goes.
Look, it's 2 people's a lovely amount of people.
It is, but Laura has considerably more than 2 people regularly in her own chat.
Yeah, she's done like me. She just view bots the shit out of it.
Oh, what did I think of that?
No, do you know? I can't remember if I mentioned this on the previous occasion.
She has 56 people currently watching.
There was one streamer from comedy during lockdown who did genuinely view bot their streams.
Yeah,
because they went from like 5 or 6 viewers per stream to like 105. 106 every stream, but the thing was the amount of chat they were getting was exactly the same.
That's even worse. Yeah,
that if I'd done that, that would just make me feel 10 times lonelier.
Yeah. There's so many people here all just in stunned silence. Yeah, I need to make them like chat bots as well.
Yeah.
Comment vague enough statements that they could be relevant to your stream, but
Me and my 99 friends are just really shy.
Hey, Cameron's back. Cool. I think we can carry on unless anyone else needs to go. Sweet. If I can find what we're doing next. Oh, yeah, that's the one. Cool. Our next round is propaganda, where we're going to take a propaganda at some more of these news stories that we have now through the eyes of various different publications, news networks, and see how they apply their own biases and spins to push their own opinions and agendas. See, the name works on so many levels. Well, 2. But 2's a crowd, 3's a dates, 5's an orgy, and 7's a panel show. Right, well, so we are going to be joined by... I have too many tabs open and they're not OBS. Right, there we are. That's what I want. We're going to be joined by Ian, who is the editor of the Argos catalogue. Casey is the editor of Playboy. Craig Wilson is the editor for Sky Sports. Cameron Sinclair Harris is the editor for Absolutely Mama. Sam C is the editor for New Tech Magazine. And Dan Webber is the editor for FQ, Essential Dads Magazine. I couldn't figure out what FQ actually stood for, but they do say they're Essential Dads. So, which, they don't have F's or Q's in them. So I don't know what's going on there. Right, I'm going to read out some headlines. You come in when you have your publications take on that. You can do more than one for each if you want. You don't need to do one for every single one if you've not got anything, because some of these are quite niche areas. But your first headline is British darts star forfeits match after refusing to face trans player.
Darts. Small pricks, narrow minds.
Brave and courageous darts star stands up for mothers, for proper mothers. I mean, I'm assuming of Absolutely Moderator magazine. I've not read them. Brave darts player stands up for mothers everywhere.
The headline... Sorry, go on.
First player somehow does the most darts player thing by not playing darts. Millionaires are great, and I wish Rupert Murdoch was my real dad. Sorry, I have Sky Sports.
Here at Argos, we're selling Windmill Navigator 23G 90% tungsten dart set. 5-star reviews out of 448 reviews, £23, flexible credit available, or in PayPal you can pay in 3 interest-free payments on purchases from £30 to £2,000.
Thanks for that.
I could go on.
Darts player invents new currency, phobe coin. Because there's only 2 sides. There are only 2 coin sides.
Right, any more for that one? Cool. Okay, next one. UK has moved out of recession. Official figures show.
If you're looking to move, you can get Store Pack Eco Moving House Cardboard Storage Boxes set at 20. 5 stars, 50 reviews, £70. Flexible credit available. PayPal, 3 interest-free payments of £23.33. And you can get 70 Nectar points.
Wait, hold on, can you say that again?
Yeah, certainly. Store Pack.
Then the headline for New Tech magazine is like, England failing, China's great. And it's just, for some reason, the rest of the text is in Chinese. For some reason, no one knows why.
Pots, cradles, cribs. I know what you're thinking. They're all the same thing. But because we're out of recession, they're easier to buy, so you can buy a little bed for your little baby.
Go on, Craig.
It's time to get every football package from Sky and buy it and put it on your iPad and take it with you when you fly out to the Euros with the lads and not look at any other news or out of your own window or in your empty fridge. I love Rupert Murdoch.
Anyone else got one for
Tech
that?
magazine, I think it's like for Tech magazine, it's like, now the recession's ending. Here's 10 more reasons why you should buy a second 3D printer. Number 1, you're still single.
Any more for that one?
Talk about the Store Pack
Shamefully.
tape gun if there's time.
Was that you, Dan? Do you start?
I've got nothing for
All right,
this.
no worries.
Because I'm just mindful that my dad's getting very right wing in my head, so we'll skip. Thank you. We'll skip.
Fair. Okay, then next one. Upgraded ChatGPT teaches maths and flirts, but still glitches.
And mothers, don't we all glitch sometimes?
AI tech working perfectly. Don't ask questions. It's fine. It's fine. We promise.
Orchard Toys Magic Maths Game. Aged 5 to 7, 2 to 4 players, £10. Flexible credit card available. Paying 3 interest-free payments on purchases from £30 to £2,000. Only 10 Nectar points on that one, I'm afraid.
What the fuck?
I know. Well, we're working on it.
Support your child's education and enjoy a bit of fun on the side with the Ashley Madison Teacher app. Yeah.
AI is great, and for no particular reason, here's 10 reasons why rocks are actually good for your health.
Sexy beach volleyball players. Reddit generated image of Maria Sharapova. I made that one with the guy.
It'll just be the same as Craig's headline, but we just removed one M, so we can technically have a bot farm of content on the tech page. Exactly the same.
ChatGPT teaches maths and flirts, showing that mothers, it's okay to work and play.
For more discussion of large numbers with infantilized people, read Playboy magazine.
Okay, any more for that one? No. Okay, next one. Microplastics found in every human testicle in study.
You ready for this? Check your bags for life.
Hey.
Chad Valley bag of 100 pink and blue playboy. Selling fast. They've been ordered 62 times in the last 24 hours. And yeah, they're in demand, people. So get them in. £10. Flexible credit available. Paying free interest, free payments on purchases from £30 to £2,000. Only 10 nectar points on that one again. Please don't at me.
That's not a microplastic. That's just Elon Musk's new cyber chip. So you can have erections while not trying to think of your ex-wife.
Referees now technically able to disqualify every player for bringing too many plastic balls on the court.
Any more for that one?
Do not take your kids to McDonald's. They'll eat the Happy Meals. Their balls.
Okay, final one. Eurovision winner Nemo urges Switzerland to recognise third gender.
Eurovision, stick to Oasis, our kids.
Finding Nemo. If only this Nemo had a protective parent in their life.
You're telling us that we have to make another channel to hide non-cis male sports so that nobody can find or afford to watch them legally?
New third gender unlocked as DLC.
Victorinox Spartan Swiss Army knife. This is 5 stars from 44 reviews. This elegant pocket knife is the officer's knife in its purest form. The Spartan is the descendant of the legendary original officer's knife. I should stress, by the way, we don't sell this at Argos, but I've had some free time on my break, and I thought I'd do it for you. So. $24.99.
Any more?
Yeah, I've just been fired. I'm not supposed to be working on the shop floor, you know.
Further, I think we're going to do
the
there.
company.
Okay, brilliant. At the end of that round, Ian's team are on 12 points and Katie's team are on 6 points. So his team's still in the lead, but, you know, numbers in it. Right. I'm such a good fucking sports commentator. Like, there's numbers in it. There's that one's gone up. That one's also gone up. If it goes up by this amount, maybe they'll get in the lead. If it doesn't, you know. Right. What am I talking about? Our next round. I have only had 2 quite small ciders. I don't know why I'm like this. Right, our next round is cancelled, and just like everything else that is cancelled, we still persistently perform it every month. This round, each of our guests will get to nominate a person, place, thing, or abstract concept to cancel. Then at the end, I will shortlist my 3 favourites, or I guess 3 least favourites, to put to the audience vote. And then you and the chat get to pick who we cancel, and the winner, or I guess loser of that vote, will be cancelled. Which in this round means the nominator will win points, and the thing that was cancelled will be will not notice. I'll be honest. Right. So, who wants to go first? Katie, do you want to kick us off?
Sure.
Cool.
Yeah.
There we are. Who are you cancelling this month?
I'm cancelling things that are on the ground.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah. So, I keep having persistent back pain to the point where I can't walk, and it's been that way for 2 years, and like that's fine. I have recently, like last week, I got a thing. I got a proper physio to actually go, oh, you're not just a pathetic weakling who needs to do more yoga. You have a hole in your spine, and I'm like, oh, that's great. And then I immediately went and did Quantum Leopard in London, and then I immediately came home and had a birthday party. and was drunk for most of it. And at the end of all of that experience, I look at my physio thing, what I've been given, and it says, you must not bend down. You must not lift heavy things. And I had had a large house party with lots of cans and stuff that had been just put on the ground. And you don't realize until you're not allowed to bend down, otherwise you could compromise the ability to lose your legs, when you realize how many things are on the ground that you need. And sometimes you'll carry things and drop them, or you'll try and put too many things in a cupboard, like little takeaway tin, like tubs that you're definitely going to use. And you just hoard them endlessly and you put them all in a cupboard and they all fall out and you're just like, okay, I guess those are here now. And someone will come round and you're like, please ignore the boxes, but also could you pick them up for me? I try to buy things at the supermarket and everything I want is at ankle height. And so I have to sit down on my bum on the floor so I can reach them because I'm not allowed to bend down. It's driving me fucking mental. Been this way for like a week and a half. And I've got 5 more weeks of hardcore no bending or lifting things until I get my MRI because the NHS is fucked. And I can't live like this. Everything I want is on the ground. Everything. In my eye line, I can see, oh, look, there's a sellotape. There's an extension lead. Oh, look, there's a tote bag I'll never see again. It's just going to be there for another 5 weeks.
Just imagine how bad it's going to be after 100 years. You get your telegram and just float off. Like my tote bags.
All I'm going to do, Dan, is I'm going to sin. So at least on my way down to hell, I can pick up all the things I wanted from the ground. The final time.
Like a reverse Mary Poppins.
That are underneath my TV, so I can't watch them without lying on my tummy and fetching them.
Oh.
It's unbelievably annoying. Why not simply put everything at eye height on little individual pedestals?
No, I think you're onto something.
Yeah.
Amazing. Well, thanks very much. I mean, not amazing that you're having this horrible time, but very well argued cancellation of things on the ground.
I should have cancelled the physios who said, have you tried doing more yoga?
Yeah.
And then the first page of the
do not do yoga.
Book that this dude gave me is literally stop doing these silly stretches, and it's entirely the ones I've been doing for 2 years. Just progressively wrenching my spine vertebrae more and more apart.
Oh no.
But not them, things being on the ground, because why attack the cause when you could attack a mild annoyance? Hello, I'm very right-wing.
Brilliant. Well, very well argued. Thanks very much, Katie. Okay, Ian, we'll have you next. Who are you cancelling this month?
Oh, this is difficult. Well, I only got roped in for this yesterday, so I haven't really had the requisite time to develop enough rage about anyone. Like, I know I seem kind of impulsive, but genuinely, no, I have to really. Well, I mean, I did think about doing Barney Walsh again, to be honest with you, but like
Barney Walsh.
I don't like him, but no.
Oh, okay.
Okay, yeah, we're going to cancel Comic Relief. I really don't like what they've done with this whole notion that you're allowed to make music that's not very good as long as it's for charity. Like, that seems to have spread quite a bit. It's partly because of like the video that I'm researching for the RB sides at the moment, which I won't spoil who it's about, Rick Mail, but no, I've ended up looking up loads of like comedians doing music, and like two things that I found recently that I'm really struggling with. They remade Vindaloo a couple of years ago, you know, the Fat Les song. They thought what this song needs more of is Danny Dyer and Paddy McGuinness, and that's the thing. And then today, as I was researching the video, I also found that Russell Kane released a song a couple of years ago for charity. And it's a song called Laundry Fight. And it's a song where he's annoyed about his partner leaving his laundry on the floor. And that's supposed to be a calm fundraiser, that song. And yet it's produced by the same people who produced N-Dubs. And I just feel like mental health wise, that's an own goal, you know? Like, I want us to get to a point whereby comedians and musicians collaborating is actually cool again, you know. Like, I don't want the chart to be full of people trying to ape the success of Des O'Connor and Michael Barrymore anymore. Like, I want more people like James Acaster's Temps and Matt Berry's Shoegaze Act and some of the others that I looked up. I can't remember, but watch my YouTube channel. That's all I got.
What a very thinly veiled plug. I enjoyed that a lot.
I think that's technically a sponsored post.
Yes, I mean, I look forward to my 3 pence.
Thanks for that. No, I think it was last month when we had to explain who Peter Kay was to our token Belgian, and we ended up discussing the fucking Amarillo charity video, and that was just like full of nonsense. Presumably, presumably at the time didn't know were nonsense, or at least. Yeah, people knew,
hey,
but
listen,
it wasn't common knowledge.
If you want to cancel Peter Kay just on the off chance, then, you know.
I mean, like, the Coldplay has already done that a few times in the last couple of months. But yeah, brilliant. Thanks very much for that. So we've got Things on the Ground and Comic Relief. I'm liking how this is going so far. Cameron, we'll have you next. Who are you cancelling this month?
Okay, hello. I was a bit torn on what/who to cancel this week. I mean, Peter Kay is very tempting because he actually contributes nothing to that Amarillo song. He's just lip syncing in the video. Why does he get credited? Fuck that. But I think I'm just going to go for Eurovision. Kind of for obvious reasons, the obvious political reasons. Hashtag boycott Eurovision, fuck 'em. But also, I just don't get how it works. Is it kind of broken on a fundamental level? Is it a talent contest? Are we judging the performances? Are we judging the songwriting? It's the Eurovision Song Contest, but from an outsider's point of view, it is just basically the X Factor, but with a budget. It's. I love seeing it from an outsider's point of view, but I'm still just as confused as anyone. What are people doing? Why are they here? What are the metrics? What are the metrics of the rankings? I don't know. And most of the songs, did ABBA need Eurovision? Did they could have got big off their own ground. They're good. There's every single Eurovision song I've heard has been wank. Can we all please just stop pretending that Spaceman by Sam Ryder is a good song? It's wank. It is wank to the highest degree. I saw Enter Shikari at Wembley recently, and they got Sam Ryder bouncing on stage. They brought him out, and it was during a great song as well, and I was just like, oh, fuck's sake, here he comes to ruin something great. And it's one of those things, I've just gone to Sam Ryder instead of Eurovision now, but
one and the same.
I don't know, you know when someone's happiness just really frustrates you? What is lurking underneath that exterior? You cannot be that chuffed with your life, Sam Ryder. Maybe it's testament to the deepest, darkest poets are the ones who make the best music. Because Sam Ryder is just a completely nice, gentle, charming persona who just makes the most abysmal shit music in the world. So yeah, fuck Eurovision, fuck Sam Ryder, and fuck Ollie Alexander as well whilst we're at it. Own the fact that you're in a band. Don't change your name to like your years and years. Just stick with your bandmates. Stick with your band. Don't go solo just because you're in It's a Sin and everyone loved you. If you're gonna change your name, change it to Scabby McScabface, or else fuck off.
Brilliant.
That's done.
Okay, I hope you managed to get some things off your chest there. Also, yeah, I went to the Enter Shikari tour, and Sam Ryder wasn't in Manchester, so my condolences. Yeah. Fab. Okay, Craig, we'll have you next. Who are you cancelling this month?
Before I do that, I just want to say I love Sam Ryder.
I'm going to cancel Cameron Sinclair Harris.
And he's here tonight,
but not because of his music. Not because of music.
Yeah.
He was headlining a festival that my band was playing, and he pulled out on the day, and they replaced him with like a punk band. So all of the mums saw my band, and it was great.
Was that Brian Fest? Yeah, you played Brian Fest.
Yeah. It was really hard for me to get in, but yeah. So honorable mention cancellation. Yeah. My landlords for selling the flat that I live in, so I have to move out.
Yeah.
But in a way, it has allowed me to also talk about my main cancellation, which is my upstairs neighbours, because I think that they set an alarm for 7 a.m. every day and just destroy each other's holes. just like they do it. They do it so hard that it knocks my Power Rangers figures off my shelf. Do you understand how powerful that's got to be? Sometimes I'm like trying to write something or like do something where I have kind of keep quiet, and they have an extra session that day. And I don't know, like before I sort of heard the grunting, I was like, it's not rhythmic enough to be good. So I thought at one point they maybe had like a pet monkey, because I don't know, or like they were taking up judo or something. But I did hear the squeaks, and then I was like, oh, okay, that's fair enough. That's what it is. And I'm trying. So when I'll try and do something quietly, they just fucking go at it, man. And it's gotten to the point where a couple of times I've been trying to have maybe a serious conversation with my girlfriend, and then they start going for it. And a couple of times I've just screamed, "Get off her!" I actually have a big cardboard tube that I got when I bought a rug, and I just keep it in the corner of the room, so that when we start having sex, sometimes I just go and press the test button on my fire alarm, just so that it goes off and it puts them off. So good riddance. I'll be done with them in a few days. I think I'm just gonna go up. I think on my last day when I move out, I'm gonna just go upstairs and chat the door and just be like, "You's all right? Like, what? You doing judo? Like, would you like some salve?"
Incredible.
Anyway,
okay,
that's enough.
that is a very strong argument. We've got a couple more. Dan Webber next. Who are you cancelling this month?
Craig, if you want to encourage some rhythmical sex, have you suggested to them to listen to Sam Ryder? Have you had that conversation?
I'll phone him up. I'll see. I'll ask him to return the favor for pleasing the mums at the festival.
So I've been thinking about this all day because I'm currently too tired for rage. But mine is a lot more kind of not rageful, but then I just get really annoyed about it. But I'm aware that it's like, this is my fault I get annoyed about it. So it's not the thing, but I can't cancel myself. But I am going to cancel those stupid 10-second adverts on social media for like games that don't exist, or shopping channels. But it's those videos where it's like, wait till the end, wait to see what happens when they take off the final layer, and they never take off the final layer. Or the videos where they destroy a pair of shoes to make a new pair of shoes out of cement and rolled up dollar bills and door handles. And oh my God, those videos where it's like, the lady shopping and she tears her dress, and then the assistant cuts up the dress and makes a new dress. Because I know they're ridiculous and I hate them, but I am fascinated by them. But the weird, surreal makeover ones where it's clearly all staged, and I just have to watch them and complain about it. Because who needs time? So I'm aware like that is on me. Like I know I don't have to watch them, but I just find myself. It's like, all those sort of mobile game ones where you download the game and it's completely different. And I've done deep dives on this. I love this idea of sort of, YouTube channels dedicated towards like, this is the game and this is how they do it. So it's on me, but yeah, pointless, stupid 10-second adverts, or those really weird voiceover ones where they say, your true love is the second one when you press share. All those things I don't like, but I am obsessed with them and I need them to go.
No, that is intensely relatable. The mobile ones are especially annoying because there'll be like a puzzle one and there'll be a really obvious solution, and then they'll just keep showing them doing it wrong every time. And then like I know that they're not real, so I don't download them. But I would be time to be the kind of person to download it, and then it's not the game and be fucking furious about it. Like no.
But how are they getting away with this? Like how? And this is
it's almost like YouTube has no ad standards for their fucking platform.
Yeah, it frustrates me how first and foremost, as you say, they're clearly fake and ridiculous, but it's that thing I feel the need to go, no, this is stupid. This is stupid. Why am I watching it? And why am I complaining about it? And why do I send my partner videos saying, have you seen this? This is ridiculous. Yeah. Yeah.
No, incredibly relatable. Thanks very much for that.
Listen, you might think that Hero Wars looks stupid, but like, is it any worse? Is it any worse than Raid Shadow Legends, really?
Both the #1 downloaded game.
Right, I've got one more. Sam, who are you cancelling this month?
I was tempted to swap my cancel last minute because inspired by Ian, I was going to be, we should cancel Make-A-Wish. Not the concept. not the concept, just the name, because it's like you grant a lot of wishes. It should be make wishes, not make a wish. More than one, like grammatically.
Make a wish, those greedy bastards.
There's a recession going on. Fuck you. In the UK, you got free healthcare with the NHS. You don't need a wish. Fuck off. But no. But I was like, no, I need to save it for something more pedantic, and I want to cancel an attempt of a cancellation.
Okay.
I want to stop people. I want to cancel the notion that everyone thinks that egg and watercress is a shit sandwich. Perfectly serviceable sandwich. Hey, hell yeah. I just want a little bit of protein and 3 pieces of watercress. Sometimes that's all I really want. Not enough pepper. Because let's be frank, if we're going to cancel a sandwich, we should cancel that weird shitty like cheese and ham. Because that's like, it's not good. It's just a little bit of ham and more cheese than bread. What the fuck is cucumber sandwich? It's just cucumber and sandwich. I don't want carbs and vegetables. I'm not like a brontosaurus with pasta. No, fuck that shit. I want some heft. Egg is hefty. I love my prawn mayo, but it's just prawn with it's mayo with prawn most of the time. Do you know any other sandwiches? Does anyone get tuna sweet corn? What's wrong with you? Don't cancel the egg and watercress. It is nice. It is easy to eat. It is light, but also surprisingly heavy because of egg yolk. By the time you're done, it is good. And then you're just like, well, I can have like a fruit juice and it doesn't taste weird. Having a fruit juice after like a prawn mayo is just weird. It's like, I've eaten like day-old prawn. Now let's be healthy with some apple juice. No, it's like, I will eat this egg and 4 pieces of what this. Also, there's not enough watercress. Fuck you, Mark and Spencer's. There's not enough watercress. If not, change it to egg brackets also starring watercress. So at least I know and I can set my expectations to the amount of cress in your sandwich. That's me.
Thanks very much. Brilliant. Right. Let me shortlist my picks. That was all very, very well argued, that one. Hang on. Let me get to the actual proper screen that I want. There we are. Okay. I think I'm going to shortlist for the audience vote Things on the Ground. I think you made a very good point with that one there, Katie.
Thank you.
Craig's Upstairs Neighbours, obviously. And I think I was just cinched with, I can't fit Craig's Upstairs Neighbour. I'm going to cancel Twitch because there's no character limit. Right, I'm going to remove spaces so it looks like a weird username. Right, Craig's Upstairs Neighbours. And I've cinched by social media ads. As much as I want to cancel Comic Relief and Charity Singles as well, I'm gonna. Yeah, I got.
You don't want to cancel egg and cress sandwiches. What kind of like
no, I
unfavoritism
don't.
is this?
I don't want to cancel the people that cancel egg and watercress sandwiches. Is where I'm at. Right, so those are the three.
I'm on board with the sandwich thing, by the way.
Yeah. It's a good sandwich. It's a great sandwich.
It's a good.
We should set up egg and cress sandwich reliefs.
Instead of make a wish, make an egg and watercress sandwich.
And then release them into the wild.
Egg and cress across the world. See, right.
I'm very sure the nonsense will sing for that as well.
Sam Ryder's new song.
Okay, currently everything has one vote, so this is great. Social media ads taking the lead. Right, okay, while the vote's coming in for that, we're going to have another little break. And, why not corrupt the democratic process with bribes? I'm happy with that. You can do that. If you bribe and say what you want to win, I'll just make it win. That's fine. Even if it's not on this shortlist, fuck it. So, throw us some money, cheer, subscribe, PayPal, or join the Patreon, and we will count your vote more. I don't mind pulling a Putin. I don't mind doing what he does to elections either.
Pulling a
Putin is what they call it. Yeah. So we'll go over to the break screen now. Well, that's coming in. We've got a 3-2-1 situation. That's really satisfying. Gray the Earthling also says, I think Craig could pass as a Brian. I think Craig could pass as a Brian. Yeah, I could believe it. Okay, if you said your name was Brian.
Any generic white guy name, I think it's fine. Like Stephen, that would work. Stuart. Yeah.
Do they know it's Christmas time?
Oh, yes.
Very good. Craig's Upstairs Neighbours has taken the lead. This is almost as exciting as the election's going to be.
Either way, someone's getting fucked.
Yep. Apparently FQ stands for Fatherhood Quarterly. I couldn't find that anywhere on their website, so that makes a lot of sense. But yeah, that was.
It could also be like IQ, like intelligence quotient. Is it like father quotient?
Father quotient, yeah.
Like a really bad version of Father Christmas. Father quotient.
Please, Father quotient. I've been such a good boy.
Memorize everything on the Atlas, Father quotient.
Bobby Jones says Ian has a good advert voice. Ian's not here to hear that compliment, but he can read. I missed the context of some of these chats. Gray the Earthling just says, ha ha ha, love comedy. And I don't know what that was about. Have we done any comedy until next year? And then we're back to the Jupo genital, so I think we're caught up then. Bobby watching this in the background makes playing Tears of the Kingdom more interesting.
Aww.
Let's just pretend to be the soundtrack of Tears of the Kingdom. I've not played it. I don't know what the soundtrack's like.
What's Tears of the... Is that...
That's Too Breath Too Wild. Yeah. Great comment was when we were talking about having bots that make generic comments. Oh right, okay, yeah, okay, yeah, there we are. Thanks for being our chat point.
I'm trying to think of like Zelda music, and all I can think of is like the theme song to like Super Smash Bros. Brawl, but the Wii one.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, that I will die on this hill. That is the best one. Like I play Ultimate because it's the only one that you can still play online, but Brawl was the peak.
Yeah, no, the Wii one has so much stuff on it. There's so many
Yeah,
things to do. It's like a pinball game.
Yeah, as a single player game, Brawl is by far the best one. Obviously, Ultimate has more characters, and they're all pretty well done. But yeah, no, just as like a whole package, Brawl is I'm not just saying that because it's the first one that I owned. I'm not. I'm not just nostalgic for when I was a child. No, things are just objectively worse now.
I barely knew her.
Tears of the Kingdom is very minimal music, so it's nice to hear pals and their jokes. Oh, brilliant! Oh, I'm glad that our jokes suit the suit the Hyrule landscape.
I'll try and tell a joke at some point, Bobby. I can't promise, but you know.
Yep.
I
Stay
will
tuned
probably
for that.
get around to it just through chance. Like
I say. Why did
Right,
the chicken cross
got-
the road?
Few seconds left. Currently, Craig's upstairs neighbours are due for cancellation. Craig, are you going to tell them if they're cancelled? Are you just going to go up? And...
I might. Well, I don't know
like
how.
post,
how
it's just like post a letter through their door, but where it's like the cut up newspaper bits. So it just says you're cancelled.
What if they vanished mid-coitus?
Because it's family. We're on the other side.
Perhaps maybe a sad truth, though, is when my internet went down, my girlfriend was in the kitchen and she was like, I can hear the girl upstairs crying. And I was like, oh. But then I was like, leave him. Leave him now.
But was she crying because she
You're
wasn't
better
getting
than
enough
this.
dick yet? That's why she's crying.
Because it wasn't rhythmic enough. Right,
It sounds
Craig's
like
upstairs
all
neighbours
tube.
have been cancelled. Yay! So the points go to.
There you go. Now you don't have to move.
No sex for everyone.
So Craig gets 5 points for that, and the runner-up in the vote was social media ads. So that's Katie's team. So you get the runner-up point. So at the end of that round, Ian's team are on 17 points, and Katie's team are on 8 points. So Ian's team is still in the lead. But
We
again,
are
none of
going
this
to-
matters.
Lads.
None of this matters. All the points are in the last round.
Did we sort out the Sam Ryder problem?
Sam Ryder didn't make the shortlist.
No, I just meant philosophically.
Right.
I'll send him a letter too.
Okay, amazing. I think we've caught up. I'm gonna go get another drink before we resume, but we're actually we're actually doing pretty well for time now. Fab. Okay, I am going to get a drink.
Do you do that? I've only just heard of Sam Ryder tonight, so I'm gonna go and listen to this. What's it called, Spaceman song?
Report back. Yeah.
I am going to say one thing about Sam Ryder, which is that I saw him perform on the Brits. He was doing I'm Good with David Guetta, and he was way better than BB Rexha. So that's all I've got to say.
Who's BB Rector?
BB Rexha. It doesn't matter. Honestly, like if you don't know who BB Rexha is,
I know hip music.
I've just heard the first 20 seconds, and it sounds like a really bad impression of James Blunt.
Doesn't it just?
It's like
It's just a
James
little
Blunt if he
falsetto
believed
there.
in nothing.
But you know, the thing with Sam Ryder is I think he is comfortable with his limitations, and I think that's infuriating to people.
He doesn't have limitations. He's a fantastic vocalist. Like, he's almost too good, if anything.
Well, I don't know. I mean, like, I remember everyone was banging on about how well he did at Eurovision a few years ago. I just listened to it and I thought, this is just Owl City done by someone from Wizard. Like, what's the point?
Beautiful summation.
Yeah, although I did get someone responding to me saying, wait, isn't Owl City just a postal service?
So I just got to the chorus. That's the chorus. I mean, space, like that's why it's called Space Man, because I mean space, comma man.
Yeah, it's really clever,
what was the
isn't
writing
it?
process? Was this just like this sounds like this sounds like some weird writing of like I'm Space Man, but I'm in space. Man.
Wait, but Babylon Zoo did that joke like 30 years ago, you know? Like, and it wasn't even cutting edge when he did it.
My nan did that joke where she said,
Yes,
what do you do when you see a spaceman?
Harkin it,
Harkin
man.
it did.
Yeah. Did she get a hit record out of it?
No, she's got
Exactly.
angina.
Fucking the whole thing's rigged.
Right, okay, so spoilers for who we're cancelling next month, I guess.
Craig's
It's a slow burner. I'm going to get you around to cancelling Sam Ryder.
Yeah.
Johnny, have you ever had duplicates?
We definitely have. I don't know if our duplicates win, but we've definitely had the same thing come up more than once.
Oh, right. I just like the idea of next month it's just 6 Sam Riders.
Oh, you mean like duplicates on like the same stream? No, we've not had that before.
Yeah.
No, but yeah.
If anyone is watching today who is doing next month, please, you have the opportunity to do the funniest thing.
Does everyone cancel Sam? Right, yeah. But also for 6 distinct reasons as well.
Apart from me, I'll be cancelling Owl City.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They're my
you're on
least
the next one
favourite
as well.
football team as well. I
You
much
might
prefer
not
Owl
believe your
United.
eyes.
The matches are a hoot.
Katie told the
They're
joke.
going to
We're
play in
good.
the afternoon games, though.
Owl Park Rangers.
That's the Owls.
I don't know what's happening in the chat now. I'm going to carry on. Right, our penultimate round is the Great Debate. Personally, I don't think there's enough content on the internet that's just loud, misinformed and opinionated people screaming at each other. So, damn it, we need more. This round, we've invited 6 guests to discuss the hot topic issues of the day. And today, we're going to be discussing whether Labour should be so willing to accept Tory defections, even when they are individuals who have shown values at sort of what Labour fundamentally is supposed to stand for throughout their time in office. You might be wondering why we're not discussing the fucking national service thing that Rishi Sunak dropped on Saturday. That's because I send this document round on Friday, so fuck Rishi Sunak for dropping that absolute goldmine of content in, after I could actually incorporate it into the show. So you're going to have to wait for the election stream to talk about that one, I guess. But discussing this topic, we are joined by Ian, who is George R.R. Martin, for some reason, I can't remember why. Craig, who is Sakir Starmer. Sam, who is Rishi Sunak. Katie, who is a Trojan horse. Cameron, who is Jeremy Corbyn, and Dan, who is Natalie Elphicke. So thank you all for joining us. Okay, first of all, opening statements. Should Labour have accepted Natalie Elphicke's defection? We'll start with. Okay, let's start with the Labour leader. Actually, Keir Starmer. Do you think you should have accepted Natalie Elphicke's defection to your party?
That's Sir Keir Starmer, thank you. Look, I'm happy to accept anyone who is dedicated to Labour's number one cause, and that is getting rid of samurai swords in the UK. Frankly, I've just never forgiven Sasuke for deserting the Heavenly Village.
I can tell you feel very strongly about this. Thanks for that. Okay, well, we've got Natalie on the panel as well. Natalie, do you think it was right for you to defect to the Labour Party?
Of course. I think when I met, Keir Starmer, he said it was great to have me on board. Sorry, Keir Starmer, sorry, forgive me. Please don't kick me out. When I met Sir Keir Starmer, he said I was great to have on board because I was so focused on delivery, which is great because in 3 weeks' time, I will be an Uber Eats driver. That's the only joke I've got. I'm so sorry.
There we are. That's the joke of the round, everyone. Brilliant stuff. Thanks for that. Okay, Rishi Sunak. Obviously, this has hit your party. Do you think this was the right decision?
Let me get in character.
For Labour to accept this defection?
Just brain. No, no, I'm fine. No, it's going great. No, she can leave. She can leave. I'm not angry about her, the bitch. No, I'm fine about it. No, it's like if she wants to go, it's fine. Like I've always said, the plan. We have a plan. And the plan apparently is to let everyone walk out of the party. Who cares? I'm fine. Everything's good. I'm not a moron. Please vote for me. Or I'll put you in jail. Well, I can't put you in jail, but I'll do something. I promise.
Or make room in jail by like kicking out someone else and then putting you in jail. Brilliant. Okay, thanks very much, Prime Minister. Jeremy Corbyn, obviously this is something that may maybe affect you as someone who has recently been expelled from the Labour Party. What do you think this defection says? Do you think it was a right move for the Labour Party to accept this defection?
Oh, well, I personally believe that you must forgive my voice. I have started smoking. All I want to say to Keir Starmer is good luck piloting this ship full of snakes. Severus snakes who will stab you in the back at any opportunity. And I'm so grateful to leave you wallowing in the mess that you've made. And much like Zayn Malik leaving One Direction, I'm going solo, baby. So, Islington North, you've got your first indie MP, baby.
Thanks very much, Jeremy. Okay, we've got a couple of kind of outside onlookers now. We'll start with you, George. George, do you think this was a wise play from the Labour Party? Do you think they should have accepted this defection?
Well, I know I don't know why I'm here. I know I look and sound like Tom Waits, but I'm actually George R.R. Martin, the guy who wrote Dragons and Dungeons and Women on Top. I in the words of my song, that one I wrote, lawyers don't care. So I don't think Starmer has anything we need to listen to, quite frankly.
Thanks very much for your input, George. And Trojan Horse, from an outsider's perspective, do you think the Labour Party should be accepting this defection?
I think the Labour Party is a wonderful place for horses. We have pulled many ploughs and wagons in the past, and I think we belong here. And also, I've got a tummy full of Tories, but in a normal way.
What a sentence. Thanks for that. Okay, we've had enough opening statements now. So what are the optics of accepting Tory defectors but kind of keeping out long-standing Labour MPs, such as Jeremy Corbyn or Diane Abbott? Kirsten, we'll start with you and then maybe just kind of open up the discussion. So were you worried about the optics of this decision?
Well, yes, I'm worried about accepting someone from another party that that are the opposition to us. But also, I think that I'm not worried about it. People say they should take someone with the same beliefs as you and have them in your party. But to do that, you have to have beliefs. As we all know, I believe in nothing. And I also believe in lots of things.
Thanks very much.
Glorious leader. Glorious leader.
Thank you very much, Sir Keir Starmer, for an enlightening statement. So I guess, just kind of opening it up to the panel then. How do you think this looks for Labour accepting this defection? Are you concerned?
Well, I actually asked for advice from the Trojan Horse about whether or not I should stay in the Tory party. And the horse said, no! So I defected.
How did I not see that one coming?
Political comedy!
As the lead of the Tories, I think the optics are bad, and as someone who knows all about bad optics within the last few days, I'm launching a new campaign to not just fix the optics, but also help with all these children, poor people complaining about not enough money. And all we have to do, and also better my chances of winning the election, we are now offering £5,000 to everyone who removes both their eyes. You will not see any more of my gaffes. You can now buy your avocados. Can you tell I have not listened to a Rishi Sunak speech ever? I don't know what he does.
You're making more sense, to be fair. So.
Yeah,
I mean,
man.
it is.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Clint Eastwood, for that.
No, I knew a girl who lost both her eyes and still hasn't found them. Still hasn't found them. I've written about 6 songs about her at this point.
I mean, it is concerning to see the Labour Party so effervescently shift to the right. They've gone from red to a different kind of colour entirely, much like the hair of Cameron Sinclair Harris. Callback. That was a callback, which is something I won't be getting from the Labour Party. Don't know why, but frankly, like I said, let them stew in their own shit. I don't care. I've headlined Glastonbury.
As you can see, Jeremy is joining us by laying down on a train carriage.
Yes, my
I
travel
think-
options have doubled exponentially.
Sorry, Natalie. Natalie, what's a train? Not sure what that is.
I think your wife owns them.
She's too busy going to this sort of therapy above the house of Craig Wilson for some reason.
Therapy's not the word I would use. But...
The Keir Starmer does know Craig
music's
Wilson
the best
quite well.
therapy.
I think it's actually very good optics to let a horse in or Natalie Elphick, because it just means you're so grateful for the lovely gift what you have been given. A lovely gift made out of wood and wheels and entirely hollow.
Made out of wooden hollow. That was my original campaign slogan for myself.
That's every instrument I use in my songs. I've got a song coming on right now for one of you, actually. I think this is new territory. Oh, Jeremy Corbyn. Oh, Jeremy Corbyn.
I remember that song.
There might be something in that. You know.
I remember that song. It was a beautiful song that rang out over the fields of Glastonbury in 2017. I can't remember who wrote it, but it has lived in my heart for
that was
all
me.
this time.
That was George
Mr.
R.R. Martin, yeah.
Mr.
You are
Rob, yes.
You are as talented a scribe as you are a songwriter.
Thank you very much.
Is Jeremy Corbyn going to fuck George R.R. Martin?
I think so. I think that's where this is going.
I mean, have you watched the Game of the Thrones?
You can't fuck me any harder than time. Or dragons.
Okay.
I have a lovely jam field. I have a lovely jam garden if you want to.
Yeah, I'll think about it.
I don't know how this round managed to give birth to fucking fan fiction between Jeremy Corbyn and George R.R. Martin as Tom Waits, but
Rule 34, if it exists, there is pornography.
I don't
on
even
it.
know if it exists. That's the thing that baffles me. Is this
It
real?
exists now.
Right, okay, we'll take it back to the point of it. Keir Starmer, does this not risk undermining Labour Party credibility with core voters to accept someone who has been quite far to the right and quite ingrained with the Tory government previously? Do you think that is an issue for potential voters?
No, obviously, voters are going to see this happening and they're going to go, oh, are they accepting someone really right wing? That's really upsetting for me. What I would say to that is, yeah, you're right. That's what I think as well.
Convincing. Anyone got any rebuttal to that?
Why wasn't God listening? Sorry, what was the question?
Okay, we are starting to run out of time now, so I guess we'll get like a little fun closing statement on this discussion, just to kind of clear the air a little bit. What party would you defect to if you were to do so? We'll start with you, George. George, what political party would you defect to?
Oh, you can't trust political parties. You know, you can only trust yourself and all 7 versions of you. You know, I think I might have got the wrong panel show, actually. We're supposed to be having an interview of Jim Jarmusch, and he doesn't seem to have turned up.
Maybe he's in the horse.
We all are at some point in our lives.
Okay, Trojan Horse, what party would you defect to if you were to ever conceive of doing such a thing?
I think all the parties should get their own horse. So you have a green horse, a Labour horse, a Reform horse, an independent horse. And we're just horses, and we go to the meadow of politics, and we just pretend to be friends with each other. And it's nice. And there's no more. And every time night comes, we're all trying to get the jump on each other, and it's just a big game of tag, really. Of like, it's all very with the horses. It's very confusing. But it's nice. And everywhere is adequately grazed.
But be careful that doesn't lead to a hung like a horse parliament.
Dan, stop horsing around.
Hey.
Can you stop copying my lyrics, please?
What the fuck is this round?
Rishi Sunak in the rain horse.
Rishi Sunak, if you were to defect to a political party, it'd be very difficult for you as Prime Minister, but who would you defect to?
No, I would never defect because I am Tory for life. And what I had to say next is very important because nothing else could really be more important than this. Because I am a person of the people and the cause, and I have the best plan.
I'm going to get better. Going to get better. Thank you.
Incredible. Thank you very much, Rishi Sunak. Natalie, you've just defected, but if you're going to defect again, who would you defect to?
I have. Well, much like my husband eyeing up other women, I've been eyeing up fathers quarterly.
Yeah, there are worse things to defect to. Jeremy Corbyn, what party would you defect to if you were to
Jeremy Corbyn.
George, not now, darling.
Sorry, my apologies.
You see, some people defect. Some people were born, some people have defectness thrust upon them, which is sadly in my case, but not sadly because Labour are a bunch of wankers and I'm glad to be rid of them. So I would defect to a party at my place. Come around, everyone. The drinks are on me. The Coke is on me. Yes, free Coke for everyone.
Oh, Natalie.
Oh, George R.R. Martin.
And finally, Sir Keir Starmer, if you were to defect to a political party, who would you defect to?
Oh, Tories. I mean, Labour. That's the one I'm in. Labour. I would defect to Labour, if they say that it's not cool for Natalie to defect because husband is a sex offender, then I'm just going to say the thing, for some reason, the only fucking thing that I won't change my stance on, which is she has the right to defend herself. Thank you.
Incredible. Thank you very much.
I'm a fucking wet sheet of a man.
What sheet of a man
Not as wet as I was.
Died in my arms.
Oh, this is a very hard one to score. Right. I really like Craig's Keir
It is a very
Starmer.
hard
I really
one.
like Dan's Natalie Elphicke. Cameron's Jeremy Corbyn. All of you are good. All of you can have points. Fuck it. It doesn't.
Hey!
All of
Socialism, baby.
yeah.
Sexy Jeremy Corbyn.
That's my Halloween outfit.
Right, let me do some fucking spreadsheeting for a sec.
Oh, Gray in the chat said, I'd vote for a stable government.
Oh, nice one. 10 points to Gray.
Wait, well, those are points.
I don't know anymore. Fuck it. Yeah, but
Can you check?
both of you are having 13 points, so Ian's team are on 30 and Katie's team are on 21 going into the final round. So again, that was a waste of everyone's time, but it was a fun waste of everyone's time. Right, our final round is, oh god, about time, the end is finally inside time, so done. This is a quick fire round which we give everyone 3 topics and they get to riff on and express their ideas. I'll give points arbitrarily based on a random number generator and pretend it's to do with how funny I find everyone. So we'll start with the first topic, which is things we didn't hear at Eurovision.
Sam Ryder kicking it in the dick!
Shut the hell up!
Here's what you didn't hear, Eurovision. Boo! Boo!
Yes.
I was saying boo.
And now here's a song about going to the pub with the boys and talking about football and shagging birds.
By ABBA.
For some reason, Joe Coy's presenting this one as well. It was a charm, mate.
I'm a vision. No, you're a vision.
Hello, it's the ghost of Terry Wogan summoned by Bambi Thug live on stage at a tag ritual. Graham Gordon, get out of my fucking chair.
Didn't hear credible music. Got him.
The hot takes from
You
me
know
and
what?
Lane
That
tonight.
was the greatest. That was the greatest song that I've ever heard in my entire life.
To be fair, Bambi Fog were excellent.
Yeah.
We didn't hear the presenter say that ABBA needed us like Mr. Wazzo needed Flat Eric. Do you know what? I don't even care.
Okay, any more for that one? I'm going to take that as a no. Next one, bad things to see at a theme park.
So what did you say again?
Bad things to see at a theme park.
Oh, it's those yobs who go around destroying everything, and like you have to hire a security guard to get rid of them. And I mean that's how I had to do it in the game I played. I don't know about you lot.
Oh no, it's Jenny Nicholson and she's behind a pole.
I was going to do a similar one, which is, welcome to my vlog from the Star Wars Hotel. Why are those lawyers walking towards me and why are they holding hammers?
A ride that's based on a Newton's cradle with 3 very disappointed middle carriages.
Not as many rats as last time. Shame.
Due to inflation, we are now just called Five Flags.
Welcome to American Adventure. It's a local reference for anybody in the Midlands.
I miss it terribly.
What about if you go to a theme park and there's just loads of posters for shops around your area? Because they put the poster at the fair. Doesn't matter.
We're going to appeal to the kids now and rename this theme park into a meme park. Nyan Cat.
New merch to Legoland. We are finally selling the flashlight.
You must be this tall to ride the Lego flashlight.
And you gotta get that weird piece to get it off.
You're gonna be this thin and you're gonna be this long and thin to ride the Lego flashlights.
A national service simulator.
Yeah, just got paintball. A new Darren Brown attraction where he'll make you forget the BBC is run by nonsense.
Coming 2025, Nonceland.
What about a log flume, but instead of water, it's palm oil?
I feel about to say piss.
That's just a log flume. Just the sound of a guy sighing next to a sign that says 400 days without an accident.
You thought water sports meant jet skis. Not here, mate. It's not necessarily a bad thing for the record. Let's have a conversation.
Welcome to Harry Potter Land's newest attraction, the sorting hat that tells you what gender you're allowed to be. And it's just Big Joe holding a baseball cap and a magnifying glass.
Any more for that one?
Baby reindeer ride.
New for Lapland, the baby reindeer ride.
Yeah.
It's like they tell you it's going to be a great ride, but inside there's just absolutely nothing at all.
Wait a minute. This isn't a Ferris wheel. It's just a plain old circle.
This isn't a Ferris wheel. It's Ferris Bueller's Day Off. The third time I've fallen for that scam.
This isn't a plain old circle. It has every seasoning on it.
The Scottish.
This isn't a plain circle. This is time.
Go on, Craig.
The Scottish comedy version of the baby reindeer ride is you going into a room and it's just different family members asking if you know the guy who's in it. I don't
Oh
know.
no, Egg and Crestland is closed.
Yeah, Barney Walsh.
Right, any more for that one? Okay, final one. Unlikely election campaign slogans.
Vote Barney Walsh.
You know why his name is just so funny? It's
It's
like
a really funny name.
We're just going to do a wealth tax, lads. It's fine.
You love potholes.
The furry party, we also like hunting foxes.
Are you old? Vote Tory.
Affordable housing for crypto bros.
We'll ban kids getting on the bus. What do you want? Come on.
Don't vote count bin face, vote count win face. That's us.
Vote Labour. What is that you think? That's what we think.
we have got the longest fingers in Parliament.
That's not a circle. That's the EU flag.
Labour? I hardly know her.
Are you Sasuke Uchiha? Stay the fuck away from my country.
What about a picture of Jimmy Savile's face and the words "now then" next to it, but the word "then" is crossed out? That's clearly a Tory poster, just in case.
I thought it was Lib Dem for a second.
Me kit.
We're still here. No.
Lib Dem, the egg watercress sandwich of the election world.
Me
Lib
kit.
Dem?
No, you kit.
Lib Dem? I don't even know them.
As seen on GB News.
All right, any more for that? I want to do the final scores.
Change me, K. No, change UK.
The SNP at least is better than throwing away your vote of Leo curse.
Oh shit, I forgot about that.
Jenny Leck. Yes, babes.
We've never lost our deposit yet.
Please.
Okay.
Party at Rishi's.
Right, I'm going to do the final.
Oh, Jeremy Corbyn.
Tory party would be like, no, Jeremy Corbyn. No. No.
Said George.
Stay back.
Said George lustily.
Grady Earthling as for the theme park one just put Mickey Mouse, but it's Mickey Mouse from Steamboat Willie, and he violently plays all of his like accordions.
He had me at violently.
Mickey Mouse from Steamboat Willie, and he violently. Okay,
Got the fuck piano from Barbarella. On Duran Du's at the end.
Right, that's the show. Before we announce the final scores, one more reminder that if you have enjoyed the show, you can show us that you've enjoyed the show by ways of donations via the usual Twitch methods or by any of the links I'm just putting in the chat now. That's not the command, that's the one. There we are. Now they're in the chat through cheering, subscribing, donating on PayPal, joining on Patreon. And if you didn't enjoy the show, you can still do the above things. Come on, it's not like you're doing anything with that money. But on that note, the final scores are Katie's team are on 31 points, but this episode's winners are Ian Lane with 44 points.
Hey!
Congratulations. So, Bobby, you won despite your being replaced last minute. So you can just take that for yourself. Brilliant.
My first time being captain as well.
Yeah.
And last, I'm not going to ruin this unspoiled streak.
100% winning streak for Ian Lane.
Yeah.
Huge thank you to all of our panelists. Sam for setting up OBS, for making this stream look like an actual stream. Andrew for additional research. Kirsty for all the hard work she does with all the Blizzard stuff. Kerry for designing the artwork. And all of you at home, or wherever you happen to be, especially our Patreon supporters. We'll be back for another Broadcast Avalanche on June the 24th with Bobby Jones, Katie Mitchell, Laura Monmouth, Kath Marvelly, John O'Murray, and Ian Lane, where we'll be discussing the major news events in June, like Julian Assange being granted amnesty by Rishi Sunak as long as he can leak Keir Starmer's Wordle record to the public. The new banknotes featuring King Charles III will enter circulation just in time for King Charles' actual face to stop being in circulation. And every single sitting Tory MP resigns before the next election, giving Keir Starmer a clear run at the election and still somehow managing to come third. See you next time.
Bye-bye.
That's the end screen. There we are. Stick as fuck.